Nyan. How are we doing today? Let's get in here. How's the audio? It's kind of loud for me. It's a little loud for me. It's a little loud. Let me get everything ready. We're doing some soft talking today. You hear that ocean waves in the background? Do you hear the ocean waves? I am your host today, ShiroNekoNya. We're doing some fine and dandy soft talking. However, my chat is gone. My chat is gone. Un momento. 1 second. Anyway, I'll fix it. How has your weekend been, everyone? There we go. Okay, I've got YouTube up. 2 seconds for Twitch right behind. There we are. Beautiful. Cat Girl Goddess, thank you so much for the biddies. Thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Okay, I've chat up. We're good. Welcome in, Cesario. And also, big shout out. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you so much for the kettle. I shouted you out in the Discord and on Twitch, but just so you know, thank you so much for the slow gift. Thank you. Hello there, Shiro. Hello, welcome in, Halo. Tiring this was the only day I got free this week. Ooh, you've got a rough work week schedule. You got a 6-day work week this week. It's a little louder than Shiro. That's not good. Thank you for letting me know. How's that? Is that a bit better? Is our waves background noise now as they should be? Let me take a look here. I think that's looking better, probably. I'm a little quiet today. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling vibes. I was actually thinking about doing some ASMR today because that sounded kind of nice because I'm in kind of a sleepy mood this weekend in general. But I decided against ASMR in favor of soft talking. But it's good enough. Okay, I can make it a little quieter. Cause what if I want to whisper? Let's take it down to like 50. How's that? You have 2 jobs. 2 jobs now. 2 jobs? Oh my gosh. Good morning. The waves are very loud. We a little better. Exhausted, resting on bed, enjoying Shiro Sunday. Oh my gosh. I wish that was me. I want to put a bed in my office, actually. That'd be kind of nice. It'd be kind of nice to get a bed in the office. That way I could also rest in bed while I hang out with you guys. Whenever I'm lying down with you guys, I'm actually usually like, just on my floor. Oh, wait a second. There's something wrong here. What the? Okay, that's better. I was mirrored. That was very strange. Perfect. Okay, perfect. How are you today? I'm doing good. I've got my cat next to me right now. Here, wait. We're gonna make this immersive. We sit on the chair. We sat on the beach chair. Today we're doing some beach camping. Here, wait. I'll let you look out on the ocean ahead of us, as you can see. Sandy beach. A beautiful sunny day. Beach camping with the fam. Wait, can you hear my cat? She's purring. Wait, where's my mic? Oh, here we go. Do you hear that? Wait, let me look. I don't know if it's coming through. Tell the people, Saffron. Tell the people how happy you are. Wait, hold on. I need to watch my mic volume so I can know of you. Oh, I don't think it's coming through. I think my noise suppression is it's too good for you guys to hear her purring. That's so sad. Shiro vision, yeah. Everything is better with the cat next to you. That's so true. Can't tell if it's cat purr or heartbeat. Tinnitus. Yay, it's Shiro. You seem like a beautiful girl. Thank you, Armus. Saffron, tell her we said hello. Okay, I will say hello for you guys. Necrophy says hi. Halo says hi. We're big chillin'. We are big chillin'. Gotta get you a cute little daybed. I'm thinking about it. I have one bookmarked in Amazon, actually. Currently, Saffron is sitting on one of my trackers, so... I know, you can't hear. One of these days, I'll get her on the ASMR mic, for real. I need to set it up again. I put it away for a while. We need to get the ASMR mic set up so I could do some ASMR. I was thinking I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of ASMR I'd want to do. I'm not sure right now, this minute. I feel like the last time I did some like themed ASMR, that's always fun. But I like it. I'm just like, I feel like I'm not very good at creating ASMR scripts. So I feel like I should just stick with maybe like, I'll brush your hair for an hour or something like that. I don't know. What do you think? Would that be good? I liked our head patting stream. Just head and lap. Like maybe that, but you know, I've also seen actually for VRchat Avies, I've seen that there is an ASMR add-on you can put on your hands so that when you get close to somebody's head, I don't know if I can make it to where my camera has like an interaction point. Let me like, hello Saffron. Can you guys hear that? No, you probably can only hear it when I'm like talking because the noise suppression is really good on my mic. So, but yeah, you can put like ASMR on your hands so when you touch people's heads in VRchat, it like makes a nice noise. So maybe I could do that so then I could like touch the camera. But I'd have to make like the camera like I don't know, or maybe there's like a toggle for it. I heard a purr. There's like a little purr. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in, Mackenzie. Welcome in. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. It makes it sound like your hair is being brushed when your head is being touched. So, I feel like that would be really nice. Yeah. Very clean beach. It's very clean. It's a private beach, I guess. That's how you know it's clean. Do you guys want to go in the tent? Tent time? Look, we can sit in the tent and look outside at the water together. Oops. Here we go. It's beautiful. Just us, the blue sky. For some reason it says world up there. I don't know why, but you can see it says world. But the sky's nice and blue with all these like seagulls. Oh my god, this is like the most like minimal chill. It's gotta be like the most minimal chill like world I've ever seen. Also, like even the like tent is like fully just like completely empty, but it's kind of nice, you know. Relaxing much? Yeah, it's time to relax, I think. Just relax and chat and feel the vibes, and also my cat is on my tracker again. I kind of like being on the chair though. And then you can just see you can hear the waves, and you can see the tent in the background. This is true beach camping. Just want to say hi, Emma, you're so cute. Thank you, Trashy Bandit. Wow, your name. Thank you, I'm glad. Glad you like the vibes, and also hi, and also welcome in. Yeah. So isolated, very peaceful, isn't it? It is very isolated, yeah. Thanks for giving us some sunlight. The basement smells kind of moldy. Ooh, you need to open the window, huh? Don't worry, there are bars on the window, but... Gosh, literally, my cat is like right on my tummy. Hello. She's really been needy this weekend. She's been super needy this weekend. I don't know why. Actually, maybe... So, I bought a new fish oil supplement for her. And it made her stomach upset and she threw it up when she tried it. I don't know if it's just because it's different, you know, than like the one that I had been giving her. Or if it's because it's actually like too rich or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm a little worried. But I do want to make sure she gets her omega-3s. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Cat. Thank you, Cat Waffle. Jeffrey Cuddle Trousers. Hi, welcome in. Yeah. Cat tummies are so sensitive, yeah. Yeah, but she threw it right up, so I felt kind of bad, and I don't want to give her. I tried giving it to her like one day, and she threw it up, and I was like, okay, well maybe it's like not related, cause she also, I think I posted it in the Discord. She bit through the plastic. Okay, so have you ever seen like the Costco muffins, right? And they're like in a little cardboard box, and then it has like plastic over it. She chewed through the plastic on a box of muffins like that to eat the top of a muffin. And of course I was like, okay, either she ate some plastic and her stomach is upset, or she ate the muffin and her stomach is upset, or it's the fish oil. But of course, it wasn't the muffin, it wasn't the plastic, it's the fish oil. The fish oil made her stomach upset. The best part, I know. I mean, at least she knows what she likes. But I can't believe she did that. Like, genuinely, I cannot believe she did that. She is a very naughty cat. But it wasn't, out of all the things that she's eaten recently, also she likes to if I make bacon and I don't clean the bacon grease off the pan like immediately, which, okay, don't come after me. Okay, I don't always have the time to be making bacon and then scraping the bacon grease into the freaking garbage and then cleaning it right away. Sometimes it sits for a day, okay, but like sometimes it sits for like one day, but then she'll lick the bacon grease off. But like none of that ever upsets her stomach, of course. You know what upsets her stomach? The fish oil designed specifically for cats and dogs. For cats and dogs to have some. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Nothing can stop a hungry cat. Yeah, she hungered. Her biblical greed. One of my cats does stuff like it. I don't know what it is about yeah, seriously, cats and carbs. Also, it doesn't matter what it is. If I have it in my hands, she wants to eat it. Costco pre-cooked bacon is good. I didn't know Costco had pre-cooked bacon. Also, I don't actually have a Costco membership, but that's like the closest way to like describe how like the muffin thing. Mine was actually from Safeway, but I don't know if everybody has Safeway. But I feel like everybody has a Costco. Like, everybody knows what Costco is. Costco is international, isn't it? I think Costco's international. There's Costco's in Japan, I'm pretty sure. Right? And in Korea, actually. But, like, genuinely, it's true. Nothing can stop a hungry cat. Nothing at all. She is bound and determined and completely diabolical. She'll eat anything, too. She will grab it out of my hand, off of my fork. Like, she's a monster. Biblical greed, as they say. I've never had Costco pre-cooked bacon, though. That sounds kind of... I don't know. I think it depends. Is it crunchy or is it chewy? Oh my gosh, I went to the best pancake house recently. I did a little trip out of my town. Then I did a bit of a trip out of Seattle, and I went to... What is it called? The Original Pancake House in Tacoma. Guys, if you want to go on a road trip, or like, I don't know, if you're in the area, holy crap, that place has incredible breakfast. Okay, but the eggs Benedict was like kind of medium, actually. It was like kind of medium. But the pancakes were actually incredible. I got the fresh fruit one. It was so good. My cat goes crazy for canned... Me too, I love canned sardines. I love canned fish so much, tinned fish. It's so delicious. Cat goes crazy for canned sardines. I always have to give her some where I can't cook. That's so cute. What I do is I eat my canned sardines, but I'll give my cat like a little bit, like little tiny bit of the drippings, like the water from it. Yeah. So you get a big fluffy pancake. I got 3 big fluffy pancakes. I got eggs Benedict and I got pancakes on the side. And they were incredible. First of all, they were so good. So it's just... And also, this is exactly how I like it too. I'm not actually a big fan of maple syrup. I prefer fruit syrup. But the way that they did it was really good. So it was fresh blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. I think, yeah. And then it was whipped cream. So a little bit of whipped cream in the middle and then a bunch of berries all over it. No syrup. I didn't put any... It came with some strawberry syrup, actually, I'm remembering. But I didn't put any of that on it because I feel like I don't like it when it's too sweet, actually. Like, I don't really like super sweet, desserty pancakes. Like, I would never get one with chocolate in it, for example. Because it's just, like, too much for me. But the pancakes were super good. They were, like... You know when like it's advertised as like a buttermilk pancake, but it's like it just tastes like a pancake. These were, I think they're buttermilk pancakes, and it tastes like buttermilk. Like it was super good. It had that like slight like yeasty flavor that's so tasty. I think the only thing I've ever had that has beat those pancakes from that one is like I went to this mom and pop restaurant in, if you guys have ever been there, Baker City, Oregon. And I don't know if this place is still open, but they made buckwheat pancakes. Those are so good. I love the flavor and the texture of buckwheat pancakes. But yeah, this place in Tacoma, holy moly. It was worth, I waited in line for like 20 minutes. So yeah, that was, I went to brunch with one of my friends, and she got bacon and she got like chocolate. She got like chocolate pancakes, and I was like, you're crazy. But it was delicious, yeah. No, I love crepes. I really like crepes. Yeah, but they didn't. I don't know if they had. Well, okay, it's called the Original Pancake House, so of course I had to try the pancakes. But next time I might try crepes if they have crepes. I do love crepes. Also, isn't it actually pronounced differently from crepe? Is it crepe, or something like crepe, or something like that? I love maple syrup. Yeah, see, a lot of people like maple syrup, but it's just like too sweet for me. Even like really high quality maple syrup, I just don't like that much sugar. I prefer just like fresh fruit on it. But then like the whipped cream was pretty good. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. Hi, Sia. Welcome to Zachary. Yeah. About 3 pigs in a blanket. You know, I haven't had like a good version of that, but I feel like it would be super delicious. Big ballin' Shiro. Eggs Benedict, I know, it was a big breakfast. I actually took half of it home and had it for lunch. Yeah. Biscuits and gravy is how you judge breakfast joints. Really? I mean, like, fair. The best biscuits and gravy I ever had was from a restaurant that is now closed down, but holy moly, it was so good. Now, I don't remember the name of the restaurant. It was when I was in college, and Guy Fieri had gone to that restaurant and, like, reviewed it. It was so good. The episode on that, I actually looked up the episode on it because I wanted to see. But the episode was kind of lame. But the food was fantastic. And now I don't remember, but it was in Eugene, Oregon. It's closed down now. It's called, oh, I remember, it was called the Cornbread Cafe. Oh my god, that place had the best biscuits and gravy. It was so flavorful, like incredible. They also had really good country fried steak, chicken fried steak. That's how it's called. Yeah. But yeah, what's funny is their pancakes were really delicious. Okay, super good. But their eggs Benedict was like kind of medium, not very good. So savory crepe and corn, that sounds like good. You sound like a pancake enthusiast. I guess. You know what? I would say honestly, I'm just a breakfast enthusiast. I wouldn't even say pancake enthusiast. I'm so hungry. She's talking about food. I'm sorry. I prefer waffles to pancakes. I've had the best waffles I've ever had. Also from Eugene, Oregon. Eugene has some really good food options, although a couple places have closed down. But I think I've talked about it before. It's called Off the Waffle. Oh, I've talked about this before, because this has got to be my favorite pancake ever, or I mean waffle ever. So the way they make it is, it's something called a lewd waffle, and it's like a waffle with like a crusty, sugary, like crust on it. Not super thick, so it's still not overpoweringly sweet, but it's got like it's kind of like got a caramelized like layer on the outside of the waffle, so it's like really crispy. But then it's fluffy on the inside still. And it's a little sweet. Like just a little sweet. Like not too sweet. Just a little sweet. Lewd waffle? Lewd waffle? Leige, I think. Yeah, breakfast haircut with a stream. We should do that for real. I want a new set of false nails before I do that though. I need to put on some cute nails because I get embarrassed of mine. Because like I feel like my hands look stubby. I don't want to show my stubby hands on stream. I have to put on some different nails. But yeah, they were so good. And the way they have like several different options. But my favorite was called the Goat in the Headlights. And so it was this slightly sweet waffle. Okay, cooked to perfection. And then they put, oh, I remember. Okay, it was goat cheese, an egg sunny side up. And then on top of that, freshly chopped basil. And then a slight drizzle of olive oil. Incredible, because like the lewd waffle already tastes like a little bit sweet and mapley, And then you've got the savory on top of it. And the best way to have this is definitely, and they're still open by the way, down in Eugene, so definitely go there. If anybody's in the area. Any PNWs here, go down to Eugene, yeah. But then, okay, my favorite way to do this was actually 2 slices of bacon added onto it, because their bacon pretty top notch. 2 slices of bacon. And then, if you did want a little bit of sweetness, which I actually kind of liked a little bit of sweetness with the savory one, is they do have a really high quality maple syrup. And you know what? I don't really like, you know what I just realized? It's not that I don't like maple syrup, it's that I don't like maple syrup on pancakes. Because I don't really like it when my pancakes get like soggy with syrup. I don't like it when they get like wet. I'm just realizing that sounds like insane. But I do like it when a good crispy waffle has a little syrup on it because it doesn't make it soggy and like floppy. Like I like some texture in my bite of breakfast bread. Catwife odds are just cute as the rest of it. Oh, you. So out of all the meals, what meal do you like the most? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Breakfast. Absolutely breakfast, yeah. When I drive up to Seattle back, I like to stop at Bill and Bees? Bill and Bees? Drive in for burgers in Centralia? I don't think I've ever been to Centralia. Now I'll have to, maybe I'll make another road trip. What's your favorite breakfast setup then? See, that's such a good question. I don't know. Hello, Shiro and Chad. Hi, welcome in, Strange Batman. Yeah. Cat, welcome in, Draken. Hi. I don't know. I feel like my favorite, I really like savory breakfast. I think what I've said is probably holding true, which I don't really like ultra sweet food in general. Like I don't really prefer like dessert really, that much. So I kind of prefer to have like, I don't know, like savory stuff. Yeah, on average, I tend to prefer savory stuff. So I feel like, Eggs Benedict is honestly probably my favorite. I really like Eggs Benedict, and I really like it not just like a normal Eggs Benedict, but I like it with avocado and tomato and maybe spinach. You know what? There was another really good diner. There's like another really good diner in Eugene. See, this is because I went to college in Eugene, so I just like know all the places there. But there's this one good diner in Eugene, and I don't remember. It's like, is it called like the Railway Cafe or something like that? I don't know, but there were 2 locations. One in the Pearl District and there was like one in the more industrial district near, was it 5th Street? If anybody knows where that is. Anybody from Eugene, Oregon in the chat? Yeah, but I feel like it's called the Railway Cafe. And they made a really good eggs bunny. See, the problem with the eggs bunny at the original Pancake House was that the hollandaise was not rich enough. It needs to be really rich. Like, it's got to be really, really, really rich, I like it. It was a little it was like weak flavored. It was weak sauce. But it did taste good once I added some Cholula on it, so, can't complain. Can't complain much. Plus, Eggs Benedict is Eggs Benedict, you know what I mean? We're on a breakfast kick. You know what I had for breakfast today? I had, what did I have? I had a protein bar and a handful of cashews, actually. And a handful of cashews. That was my breakfast. I kind of had a bare bones breakfast, honestly. Protein bar for breakfast is good. Like, I like a protein bar for breakfast, but I don't know. I kind of want something more substantial right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Also, I think my chat is frozen. Is it? Wait, hold on. No, I'm seeing YouTube chat and it's not actually showing up. Is that normal? Oh, that's not good. Hello, YouTube chat. You okay? Oh, it is frozen. Hold on, I will make it work again. I know, I'm hearing the chat notification and I'm not seeing it. Okay, I think it's fixed, probably. Probably. It's not. No, it was. It is for me. Because I have pop-ups of the chats in VR so I can see it. Let me bring it back. Do do boop do boop boop boop. There we go. Okay. We are frozen. You are frozen. But yeah, I'm all on breakfast. That and like, I feel like that's the only notable thing I've done recently was the original pancake. That was really good though. It's super tasty. I took a day off of work for that because I was just kind of like, nah, I don't know. I was feeling like mental health day, and then I decided to go out for brunch with girlfriend. Yeah, Shiro needs to visit Norway. Holy. Shiro needs to visit Norway hotel. I stayed out there at the most incredible breakfast spread. All the usuals plus several kinds of fish, fresh veg, various kinds of eggs, and 50 kinds of bready things. Holy moly. That sounds really good. I like places that have traditional breakfasts, like, in, like, the area that, like, are, that are savory. I like places with savory breakfast. Plus, Norway is beautiful. Yeah. Well, okay, as a lewd, of course, I would like to visit Japan. But, like, I suppose if I was gonna visit like Europe, I would want to definitely visit Norway. I think I'd also like to go to like, I don't know, like Italy maybe? Stuff like that. His, her? What's his, her? His, her what? Maybe I would like to go to Italy. Yeah, I feel like Mediterranean countries would be fun. Just in general for the food too, you know. That'd be really cool. I've never been outside the US. I haven't even been to Canada or Mexico, so I don't even have a passport actually. You get though, it's 7:40 a.m. Holy moly, can I have a hug please? You're going to sleep. Okay, I'll give you a hug. Have a good rest of your night. Sleep well, okay? Sleep well. Yeah. I think it would be fun to go to like a Mediterranean country. Just in general. Never left the US before. Where would you guys go? Wait, have a lot of you left the US before? Really? How many people have traveled outside of the US? I wonder what the rate of people traveling outside the US is in general. I feel like I've never really traveled outside the US. Catwife needs snacks, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't been feeling ultra like, oh, one of my trackers is like dying. After last night for the movie night, I didn't charge my trackers. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder what the rate of people who left the US is, just in general. I did. Okay, have you ever been to the US? You're from the UK. Have you ever traveled outside of your country? Well, it's a little different, I suppose, for people who like are in, like Europe already, because everything's so much closer. See, like traveling outside the US would mean like a 12-hour plane ride for me, no matter where. I only went to Brazil and Paraguay because they're close to the frontier. What is the frontier? You sound like Star Trek. Space, the final frontier. What is the frontier? Is that where you are? But also, I would like to go to Brazil. That'd be fun. I've heard, I had that one time I went to that Brazilian restaurant. It was really cool. Maybe check out a country. That'd be cool. I would like to, but I don't know. I've never been on a plane before, first of all. I need to get my passport, but also I do want to go, like, I don't know. I want to start with something small, maybe in the US, that's like a shorter trip. Oh, I was thinking maybe next year for instead of going to SoccerCon, because like of course SoccerCon's in Seattle, so it's really easy for me to hit. But maybe I'll go to a con in California, because then I could take a plane and it would be a short plane ride, like 3 hours max, depending on which con I go to. I actually don't know. Wait, no, yeah, because like Anime Expo's in LA, and then Offkai is in San Francisco. I wonder if FaZe will do a con next year. What do you think? Do you think they'll do it again? Did anybody go to FaZeCon? And if so, do you think they'll do it again? Because I would really like to go if they could do it a second year. It'd be super cool. Gotta get to your flying weeks. I guess the reason I keep putting it off, well, okay, I mean, like, I haven't really saved up for a trip or anything. I've been using my money for other things. Recently, I bought new sheets. I mean, like, listen, that's not very exciting, but I do feel really good about it. I will be honest, I like, my new sheets, my bed is currently, I finally was like, you know what, this paycheck, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make my bed really comfy. So I actually got brand new sheets and a couple brand new comforters. I've had my comforters since high school. That's a really long time. That's a really long time, okay? The three countries touch each other at a point. It's easy to cross by walking and take the bus there. What? That's amazing. And also, thank you for the 100. Thank you for that yellow super. Thank you, Nekofi. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Alright, from now on, I'll put some money into savings for a flight to somewhere. Probably con next year. But yeah, I feel like Anime Expo could be an okay option, which is in LA, or Offkai in San Fran, or if not Offkai, FazeCon, which I think is also in San Francisco. I think. I don't remember again. Stuck in a care room due to illness. That sucks. Why, you could go on a VR adventure. You can go to a lot of places in VR. See, this is my stopgap. My VR adventures, they, you get to experience different places, like the ocean, for example, like that. See, this is why VR is good. The only problem is if you have bad eyesight and or get motion sickness. Definitely want to go to Japan someday. Me too, me too. Helios, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I don't know why I'm getting so close to the camera again. But thank you. I really appreciate it. Welcome to new members. We have member streams every Tuesday. We will be starting a new book. We do bedtime stories on Tuesday evenings. You also get a little pre-bedtime story ShiroNekoNya, which I keep trying to limit to 15 minutes unsuccessfully limiting to 15 minutes of yapping. So we can actually get an hour of story time in every day. But we're doing Alice in Wonderland next, which is a really interesting pick because I feel like I haven't read it since I was young, and the movie always really scared me, actually. Like, all of the movies. Not even just, like, the Johnny Depp one, but, like, the Disney one scared me. Like, every rendition of Alice in Wonderland that I've ever seen has terrified me. And that feeling has not gone away as I've gotten older, either. So, but welcome in, and please enjoy your new membership content. There are at least 3 books that we've finished so far, which is gonna be, let's see, what have we got? We finished Dune, we finished The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and we have finished The Witcher, Book 1, and now we're on to Alice in Wonderland, and then the next one I think I might give you guys a choice only between the existing series that we've started, and we can pick a series. I'm thinking maybe The Lord of the Rings, we could maybe rotate in the last 2 books, because I really like that one. Yeah. Separate account, save up steadily, yeah. Yeah, I have a little separate savings account, but I've been putting money into savings for the face tracking, for my face tracking upgrades. And after that, I guess it'll be, because well now, I guess I will put in money towards, yeah, saving for con trip, so. Zero Wonderland. Thank you for the 500 R's, Nekofi. Thank you. Thank you, that's very generous. I really appreciate it. Also, welcome in, Reggio. Welcome in. Oh boy, Catwoman time. Whenever you say Catwoman, it reminds me of, like, Catwoman from... Is she part of the MC? Is that DC? That's DC, isn't it? Anyway, I feel like a superhero. I feel like a superhero. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland does have an eerie quality to it. That's how I remember it. Right? Thank you, Nekofi. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the loan tricks are trying to steal my paycheck because of college. Honestly, same. I still have some money that I need to pay back for my college. Yeah. That's why I don't save up very much very quickly. Yep. You know how it goes. Welcome in, Anime Weeb Nightcore. Yeah, it'd be nice if you go to Anime NYC someday. It would be cool. I wouldn't mind going to Anime NYC. I could go to Anime NYC instead of like Anime Expo AX. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I feel like that could be fun. I don't know. I don't know which one is worth more. The thing is, like, if it's the I think wouldn't a flight to New York from Washington? I know that you can get direct. So, like, I'm sure you can get direct from Seattle to NYC, and I'm pretty sure you can get direct from Seattle to California, but I'm pretty sure the California one would be a lot faster. I don't know how long the flight is from Seattle to NYC. Somebody know off the top of their head? They are always a Catwoman. Catwoman wife. Catwoman is DC. Okay. But yeah, I think Alice in Wonderland has always kind of scared me. So it'll be interesting going back to the book as an adult because, like, I don't know, it still kind of freaked me out. I have, like, generally, eerie is a very good way to describe it. Something about the entire experience of Alice in Wonderland is so, like, disorienting whenever I remember it. Like, it's so confused. It's like being in a dream. Maybe that's the point? I don't know if that's the point. Hi, Shiro, thanks for being such a cute cat. Hi, Decorat, welcome in, and also thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you think I'm cute. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland has always just, like, it really is very, what's the word for that? There's, like, a word for that feeling. Like, that feeling of, like, being in a dream that's, like, kind of surreal. It's surreal. Did I already say that? I feel like I might have already said that. But yeah, it's very surreal, I think. It's full of allegory for British politics at the time. Really? Is that it? That's so weird. Wait, hold on. I need to look this up. What is the meaning behind Alice in Wonderland? Let's see. What does Google have to say about that? Beyond its refashioning of Carol's everyday life, Cohen argues Alice critiques Victorian ideas of childhood. It is an account of the child's plight of Victorian upper-class society, which Alice is mistreated by the creatures of Wonderland, reflect Carol's own mistreatment by older people as a child. That's interesting. Is it? I don't understand. Wow, there's a lot of interpretations. Oh, maybe... Ooh, that's an interesting take. Alice in Wonderland going through, like, coming of age, basically, is, like, maybe the allegory. That's fascinating. I actually had something growing up called Alice in Wonderland syndrome that gave me a lot of panic attacks as a kid. Wait, really? What does that mean? I've never heard of that. She's isolated in the world that doesn't make any sense. It's terrifying if you think about... Well, yeah, it scared me as a child. The movies scared me. The general vibes kind of scared me. I don't know. It just always freaked me out, man. NYC next year, yeah. Dissonant? Yeah, it is very dissonant. Yeah, surreal and dissonant and strange. And it was very scary as a child to, like, what... Even the Disney animated movie for Alice in Wonderland, like, really freaked me out, man. Like, really. I don't know. Honestly, it still kind of freaks me out. But, like, the Johnny Depp movie also is, like, yeesh. It's like where you wake up from sleep but still feel like you're dreaming half asleep. It's more common in kids. Whoa, that's weird. Is it because your, like, neural pathways are still forming? That does sound really creepy. It sounds like, what is that word? Like sleep paralysis, except you're paralyzed during sleep paralysis. So I guess that's a little bit different. But, like, I'm so glad I'm not one of those people that gets, like, the sleep paralysis demons. That would be so scary. Has video of you ever had that happen? I've never had that. Now that I said, every time I talk about sleep paralysis, I get scared that if I talk about it, it'll happen to me. Do you guys have stuff like that? I feel like that's something that I think about a lot. I feel like if I talk about something scary, it might have more of a chance of happening to me, so I just like don't talk about scary things. Maybe I'm a little bit superstitious. I've never really thought about it out loud, but like, do you guys have stuff where you're like, oh, if I talk about this, it might happen, like almost like you're manifesting it if you talk about it. It's kind of like the Fae folk. Maybe reading too many like old-timey stories as a child influenced my brain, because one of the things that like I remember reading in like my mom was like, you should read like old like the classic literature and classic stories. So like I grew up on Celtic mythology and like, or like I had like, instead of like, you know, I don't know, Berenstein bears or whatever, or Berenstein bears? I don't know how to say it. My mom was like, we're gonna read you Celtic mythology, or like, what's the other kind of, like, just all of them, like Greek mythology, Roman mythology. And like one of the themes of like most things is like, you should, if it's creepy and bad, you shouldn't talk about it, because it'll like make it more likely to notice you. And like, I don't know, I internalized that, because I still act like that. Don't say its name lest you attract its attention. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I still like live by that, and I didn't realize until I started telling you guys about it just now. But yeah, like that's why I don't talk about like bad things happening, because like if you but like, I don't know, like maybe it's just like good advice anyway, because like if you're constantly fixated on the worst thing happening, you're only gonna notice when bad things happen. So it's better to focus on positive things happening. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't want to have anxiety about like your plane crashing, for example, because like, well, I mean, I don't think that's more like, obviously logically it wouldn't make the plane more likely to crash, but like in my brain it feels like if I think about it too much, it could happen. I don't know. Used to have a thing where I assumed misfortune was more likely if I enjoyed myself too much. That's bad. Isn't that bad? No, that's from trauma, isn't it? Oh no. The American McGee version of Alice is my favorite? What's that? I don't know what that is. Is that a movie? I didn't know there were others besides the Disney one and the Johnny Depp one. Well, there's the book, and that also freaked me out as a child. So, you need to ignore ghosts for the same reason. Exactly. I don't believe in ghosts. And I don't believe in ghosts, not because I don't believe in ghosts, but because I don't believe in them on principle. Because if I don't believe in them, then they're not real, basically. Things we gotta outgrow as we become adults. Yeah, that's bad, bro. Nah, well, I guess I kind of get that. Like, if things are going too well in my life, sometimes I'm like, when is it gonna get bad? Which that's like a bad outlook to have. I'm trying to like get out of that mindset. But like if everything good is going for me, I'm like, ooh, something bad's gonna happen soon, isn't it? Something really bad is gonna. But that's not true, right? We know that's not true. That's not how it works. Yeah. Comics and video games were by American McGee. There's an Alice video game? Oh, right. There's like, what is it? Like the one that's like kind of gothic vibes? Those looked fun. I've heard they're really good. Alice Lost in something? What are they called again? There's like 2 video games. There's like an original one and then the second one, right? Yeah. What if I can't remember? Do I just expect the most without the expectation of benefit or good? I don't know what that means. Can you say that like you were explaining it to an idiot, please? Can you say that but make it dumb for me? I don't get what you did. I don't get that question. Shiro. Gustavo. Yeah? Feels like me. I just always keep my expectations low so I'll never be disappointed. Oh wait, you said hi, Shiro. That's the hi emoji. Hi, Gustavo. I thought you just said my name and I was like, yes? Yeah. Oh, Madness Returns. Alice and Change and Alice Madness Returns. Yeah, I've heard those are really good. I fear Shiro will become a tyrant like the Red Queen. I'm already a tyrant. Mister, this is a dictatorship, sir. Okay, it is. It's already a dictatorship. See, I guess, yeah, keep your expectations low so you don't get disappointed. I feel like that can't be healthy either. But, like, at the same time, like, I kind of get that. I feel like it's better. I mean, like, I don't try to keep my expectations low, but I try not to have overwhelmingly high expectations either. Moderation, moderation is the best approach. You know what I mean? With me, I'll be into paranormal stuff, but I'll never mess with the occult stuff. Some of the more harmless paranormal stuff. See, I know I avoid it all, because, like, any sort of... Honestly, the idea of ghosts, kind of... If I believe in one thing that's, like, supernatural, then I feel like I'm basically admitting that anything supernatural could exist, and I don't like that, because then it could actually be real, and so I refuse to believe in anything supernatural at all, on principle. It's all on principle, okay? It's all... It's principle. It's the principle of it. If I believed in one thing, I'd have to believe it could potentially invoke the possibility of the rest, so I don't believe in any of it. Queen Shiro. The queen of the cats. That's right. Queen of the Nekos. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? I forgot. Enjoy your day. Okay, good Bartless of the North. Have a good... have a good rest of your day. Also, welcome in, Yanaki. How are you doing? How are you? Anything exciting going on? We're talking paranormal activity. I have been watching kind of, I haven't followed any up. What did I watch? I don't remember. I told you guys about it, though. It's a scary movie I watched, but it wasn't very scary. It was, like, more of a spoofy scary movie, but it wasn't the scary movie series. It was, like, was it Paranormal Activity? Okay, let me tell you the plot, and then you guys can tell me which one it was. So basically, it's like these ladies, in their family runs some sort of weird curse where they get possessed by a ghost or something, or like a demon. And the first one, I'm pretty sure it's, oh man, I was really tired. Maybe I shouldn't watch them right before bed. It didn't really scare me too much though. But, like, basically, she, like, moves in with her boyfriend or something, and then her boyfriend, like, you're not supposed to talk about the paranormal stuff before it makes it worse, but then the boyfriend is like, I need to catch it on film, and then she's like, no, don't catch it on film, and then it gets worse and worse, and then I think she kills him. I'm pretty sure she snaps his neck at the end. Do you guys even know what that one was? Dianco, welcome in, and thank you for the raid, Dianco. Raid Dianco. Hi, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, YouTube raiders. Hi, my name is ShiroNekoNya. I am a cat who loves the ocean, and today we are doing some soft talking by the ocean, camping out, having a chill day. Right now we're talking about paranormal activity in general. What were you up to? What were you up to, Dianco? We might be in the wrong moment. No, it's alright. It is okay. What were you up to today? Shiro is like Kohei and Kohei on the moon phase animals, unaffected by spirits. Yeah, if you just ignore them, you're not affected. Exactly. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome in. Welcome. Is it the haunted house movie? No, it was with like real people. Wait, I don't know what a haunted house is. I feel like it was Paranormal Activity. Welcome in, Loner. Hi. Halo, I know it's not healthy, but my life experiences unfortunately left me like that. Probably get really depressed if I was super happy and it all came crashing down. That's a vibe. I feel like a lot of us deal with that though, too. I was singing for 2,000 days as a VTuber. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Congrats on your 2,000 days. I'm so happy for you. Congrats! And also, I'm glad that you had sounds like, a good karaoke. If you need to head out, if you need to get some after stream care, if you need a snack, please do so. Feel free. Otherwise, hang out. We're just chatting today. And thank you again. Thank you for the raid. And congratulations. I am very happy for you. Dianco is a wonderful, amazing streamer. She's a really cute fairy. If you guys haven't, go ahead and go over and subscribe to her because she's an absolute joy to watch. Definitely recommend her streams. Yes. Yeah, the Amityville Horror? No, it wasn't that one. I feel like... Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure it was Paranormal Activity. Hold on. Because I know it wasn't a scary movie. Paranormal Activity? It's like a series. Yep, it was Paranormal Activity. It's literally it's called Paranormal Activity. I'm not just talking about the concept of Paranormal Activity. I'm talking about actual, like, the movie Paranormal Activity. Yeah, 2,000 days, what a milestone. That's incredible. How many years is that? I don't know how to do math. Drink tea, talk with friends, paint anime girls, VTubers. My mindset. I like that mindset. And thank you for the 15-month flex, Helios. Thank you. That is a lovely amount of time to have spent with you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. That's an incredible milestone. It really is. But yes, I absolutely 100% recommend going over and giving Tianko a look. She's an adorable VTuber. Yeah. Like 5.5. Holy! Congratulations. Oh my gosh, Senpai Tianko. 5.5 years is an incredible time to have spent building such a great community. Shout out to Shiro. Thank you, XCon. I appreciate the 10. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying your day. That's neat. Maybe 7 yet. That is such a wonderful amount of time. Also, congrats. I saw your, Also, if you have to get going, please don't let me keep you. But I did see your, model, progression from, your starting model to now. I thought that was so cool. I loved that. I've only had, the first model I made and the second so far, so of course, I don't have as much of a legacy, but it really feels like you built yourself up from, you started out, you were just starting, it was baby Tianko all the way until, your current form, which is so perfect and cute, so. Really cool. You should watch the Grudge movies. I'm trying to work my way up to horror movies because I really want to watch movies I've always wanted to watch Midsummer, but I'm actually really, really bad with horror movies, and also horror games. I can hardly handle them. They give me nightmares and make me really scared. And I do it really bad with them, so I started with, spoofy movies. Paranormal Activity was not scary. Not very, well, there were some jump scares, but it's, not very scary conceptually, or, the, practical effects are not so scary. And then I'm gonna watch the Scary Movie franchise, which is, again, kind of, spoofy. And then I'm thinking of what I should try after that. That would be, kind of working my way up from, medium, a little scary to, medium scary. I've heard, actually, that what did you say? You mentioned it, the Amityville horror? Or no, is it, it's the one that's all, found footage. Is, not as true, terrifying scary. But I eventually want to get good enough with horror that I could maybe even watch something, I've heard, what is it, The Conjuring? Is, really, no, I'm thinking, what is it? It's called, oh gosh, it's not Inheritance. What is it called? Frick, it's, a word that means the same kind of thing. Oh, I can't remember. I started very small. And now look where you are, though. 5.5 years is an incredible amount of time to put into your passion. Yeah, I can't remember. It's not Inheritance. It's, Hereditary. Hereditary. It's called Hereditary, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy things. If you've been through the ups and downs, you can be confident that you can recover. Yeah, I feel like that's something that I talk about with my therapist, is the idea of resilience, which is if you are a resilient person, you will believe that even if you are encountering something difficult or something that is very hard, even after having really good things happen to you, that you can recover and become happy again, especially to the level that you were before. And resilience is a skill that you can build. It's easier. Oh my cat just meowed. It's easier, of course, to be a resilient person if you have experienced failure and then been able to, in a safe environment. So, when you're a child, of course, to then build yourself to experience a failure or something really hard, but then you recover from it and you recognize that eventually, in this safe environment, you're able to recover, and feel good again and, recover from that failure or from that difficult thing that happened to you. But for some of us, we were not able to, build those skills because we didn't have parents or environments that allowed us to do that. But it is still a buildable skill. You can build resilience, like by allowing yourself to experience maybe small failures. So for example, with a hobby, maybe you experience not being very good at your hobby at first, or like being maybe you have really good beginner's luck and then you do fail, but you can through time and passion and through like trying again, of course, getting back on your bicycle, for example, after you crash, you can learn that like a minor setback doesn't define your experience with the thing that you're doing. So there are some good like resources on how to build resilience, but I think resilience is a skill that's very important to like being able to like just be a happy and fulfilled individual and not having that feeling of like, oh, something bad will happen and that will like be the end of everything, right? Because you're in that like constant like fear state of like, oh, one bad thing and like everything is crashing down. But in reality, like bad things can happen, but that doesn't define what's going to happen to you forever. And like you're perfect. Most of us often, even when we have like great anxiety or fear about it, especially as you become a working adult, most of us can tap into that resilience and we make it through, you know. And sometimes you have to have the support of other people around you, but like you can even, that can even be a part of feeling that resilience, is having other people around you that can support you and lift you up like through difficult times. But even without that kind of support system, you can have resilience as a person by yourself, so you can build that skill. Anyway, yeah. The English version of Oh My Goddess anime had a memorable quote from Belle Dandy. How can he bloom who laments the fallen petals? That's true. Yeah. The only paranormal thing I ever got involved with, was needing a priest to bless a former friend's house. The annoying part was the priest kept talking to me like I brought the ghost. Wait, like a real ghost? We should watch Alien. No. I'm actually super terrible with horror games and movies, but during meetings with friends, I was always the one that tanked when we were going through the forest. Terrifying. Am I like Young Frankenstein and Dracula dead and loving it? That sounds cute. Maybe that'll be my next one. Cause like, yeah, I need like something in the middle that's like horror light before I start trying to do something like Hereditary or Midsummer. Midsummer looks so scary. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good quote though. To build resilience may require building an arsenal of recovery strategies, stuff that works for you when you go through it. That's true, yeah. I think it's really hard to like tell somebody like, oh, just believe in yourself, because that's of course kind of what resilience means in a really simplified sense. Like being a resilient person means believing you can recover from something bad happening. But like often, I don't know, my approach has always been like, nobody is going to be my biggest fan. I have to be my biggest fan. And that's how I approach kind of streaming and VTubing too, actually, is like, nobody's gonna be as big of a fan of me as I am if I'm not my own biggest fan. Well, also, like, if you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect other people to believe in yourself is kind of how I think about it. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I think you have to practice self-love. but like the emotional kind, not the not the other kind. You have to practice self-love, okay? Lots and lots of self-love. Yeah. Hello, welcome in Heavily Caffeinated Evie. Believe in the me that believes in you. Sometimes that can help too. Having somebody that believes in you can be very helpful. I think one of the things that allowed me to become a resilient person is that my grandma, for example, was always I think honestly, I of course think I should be my biggest fan, but my true biggest fan has always been and was my grandma. My grandma probably, like, I think if I told my grandma I was going to become an astronaut, she'd be like, yes, you can. You're going to be the best astronaut. Like, it doesn't even matter if I've never tried to be an astronaut before, if I have none of the qualifications, she'd just be like, yes, you will. And it wasn't like flattery, you know? My grandma would be like, you absolutely will become an astronaut, and you'll be the best astronaut. So, like, always love yourself, yeah. Yeah, anyway. So it does really help. It does really help to have somebody in your corner. But, like, not everybody has somebody in their corner. So if you don't feel like somebody's in your corner, I'll be in your corner, first of all. So watch it. I'll be in your corner. I'll believe in you for you. But also, you should definitely practice believing in yourself, because you should be your own biggest fan. Because you're the person you have to live with for the rest of your life. You don't have to live with anybody else for the rest of your life. Like, People can come and go, even people really close to you, but you are stuck with you forever, so you should practice self-love. That's the moral of the story. Shiro, you're the best astronaut. Thank you. I actually would make a really terrible astronaut, let's be honest, and it's because I get really bad motion sickness. I don't know if VR zero grav and VR is like similar to like VR or to like real zero grav, like astronaut zero grav, but in VR, oh my god, the zero gravity worlds, I will throw up so fast. So fast. I'm the #1 hater. That's okay. I'll be your #1 fan, and I'll balance you out, okay? Shiro is an astrocat in VR space. Oh god, at like any sort of VR space, I immediately, if there's no gravity, if I can't orient myself, it's over. I'm dead. It's just so bad. It's so bad. Awesome grandma. She is the best. Or she was the best. She passed last year. Whew, it was a hard year last year. But she is a wonderful person, so. Well, I'm not sure if it was a real ghost, but every time I went in the weight room, I got this really uneasy feeling. Plus the paranormal accounts were freaky. That's fun. And it went away after the blessing. Okay, listen, I can't believe in ghosts on principle, but that does sound really suspicious. However, maybe you just had a squatter. I'm just saying. Maybe somebody was just squatting and like living in your vents. It's possible. How about underwater VR? I've been able to, I mean, like, I can go in underwater VR as long as there's gravity pulling you down, you know, and like really orienting yourself. The thing is, like, you know what I haven't tried though? I haven't tried Subnautica VR, which I would kind of like to try. But like, even in the water, there is still gravity in most cases. I don't know if it's quite the same in like VR, but like for like if I'm swimming, I don't get, you know. In a lot of the worlds, you still sink to the bottom, you know, so you can still orient yourself. You're not like totally weightless and free floating. So, do you get seasick? You know what? I don't actually. I don't get seasick. I don't get motion sick very easy any other time, actually. Just in VR, and I think it's because in VR, your field of view is actually much smaller than IRL. So I don't know what the actual field of view is, but I do know in most headsets you have a much smaller field of view, and in VRchat specifically, you actually have a much smaller field of view than IRL. So that's what can cause people to have more motion sickness in VR than otherwise. Melty, thank you for 14 months. Thank you for the flex. Thank you for being with me for 14 months. Blessed by my own company? Hell yeah. Space is so cool. I'd love to travel all the way to the edge of the universe. That sounds scary. You know, space kind of freaks me out personally. But I do appreciate it. I love that you have an appreciation for it. You know, sci-fi is never... I think I'm one of those people that rather than being like, oh, I'd love to go to outer space or something, I want to travel maybe back in time or maybe forward in time. Probably back in time. I really like medieval fantasy the best. Is it more scary when it's paranormal or when it's something like a monster or a serial killer? That's a good question. My family was quite religious, and so I think like any sort of religious like paranormal, like occult paranormal activity or like occult horror actually scares me a lot because I grew up in a very religious household. And I think that's one of the reasons Hereditary sounds like terrifying to me. And like any sort of like religious centered horror is like really, that's like the final boss of horror for me. I don't know if I can ever work my way up to it. I really want to, because it just seems so fascinating, but I don't think I can do it. Also, welcome in, Nick. Hello, Shiro. Hi. So, yeah, but like monster horror kind of depends on how scary the monster horror is, of course. Kind of depends. I think serial killer horror, I've never really seen serial killer horror, but I accidentally fell down a rabbit hole of TikToks about serial killers in the Pacific Northwest, and then I saw a bunch of TikToks about how there's been like body like dumping grounds like near Seattle, and then I heard about how they suspect there's at least 1 to 2 active serial killers in the Seattle area, and then I got really scared and I couldn't sleep like all night one night. So I don't know what that means, but that freaked me out a lot. That really scared me. Does that answer the question? I don't know. Also, what happened to that mess? Oh, there he goes. I think no gravity in VR makes you motion sick because the balancing in your ear doesn't match with what your eyes see. Exactly, yeah. That's probably part of the problem. And your brain doesn't like it, it makes you motion sick. I think it's space since you're actually moving the same. You wouldn't get motion sick. Maybe so. Maybe, wait, actually, that's a very good point. Because when you're actually in space, your body is moving weightlessly. So maybe it would be less disorienting. I don't know. If I'm ever stranded in space with someone else, I'll ask them one question. What's up? Okay. But, hi, Shiro. Welcome to Phoenix Dragon. The thing where you get motion sickness because of conflicting signals. Yes, yeah. There's that, but also the field of view in VR is so low that it exacerbates the symptoms, not syndrome. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't exist. That's the joke. Knee slapper. The religious horror movies is also my final boss. Yeah, I don't know if I can handle it. Watching with Zach D films? What's Zach D? Wait, what kind of stuff is that? Okay, yeah, that's legitimately freaky. Yeah, and also, of course, as a lady in the Seattle area, I mean, like, I don't go out doing, like, dangerous stuff, for example. Like, I'm not out hiking by myself. Or, like, I don't even know. What's risky business? Like, I don't go out at night by myself on the streets of Seattle, for example, or in the woods. God, imagine going out in the woods. Like, I'm not going out and doing, like, silly, risky stuff, but it's still scary, because, like, I mean, honestly, I'm not a big enough person I would be easily overpowered. Maybe I shouldn't say that to you guys. Okay, nobody get weird. Nobody get freaky. I know I talk about living in Seattle, but, like, mind your business. But, like, you know, it wouldn't be hard for a serial killer to snatch me, and I don't want to be snatched, and knowing that there are active serial killers in the area, and, like, the Pacific Northwest is, like, kind of creepy, like, on baseline, just because it's always gloomy and rainy. Like, imagine, like, always gloomy, rainy, rainforest, lots of forest that can, like, you could go out into the forest and get lost, and nobody would find you for 10 years, for example. And, like, people, I'm gonna freak myself out. Yeah. It could be your personal space invader. Wow, personal space, okay. Don't invade my personal space, mister. Because you see the movement of the car itself? It really helps be very concentrated on the road. Wait. Why does looking at things far away help against motion sickness in cars? Why does that help? I don't know. That's a good point. But I don't get motion sick in cars, so maybe I'm not one to speak on it. So did you remember to bring a water bottle? We can't drink the seal. I did! I have a water... Actually, I have tea. Actually, I have 3 drinks. Oh, I have hot tea. I have hot tea, I have iced tea, and I have Red Bull behind me, which I don't think I'm gonna... Did I open the Red Bull? No, I didn't. Okay, I don't really feel like I need it, actually. Glad I didn't open that. Yeah, maybe it works the same as focusing on the horizon at sea, provides a fixed point of reference. Oh, wait, that makes sense to me. You know what? I've never been on a boat on the ocean, though. Did you ask me if I got seasick? Okay, I don't get motion sick very easy, so I don't think I would get seasick. But actually, I've never been on a boat on the ocean. I've been on a boat on a lake before. I didn't get seasick then. Do you get seasick on lake? I don't really know how it works. Hello, kids say so, Shiro. Hello, welcome in is it Samuel? Welcome in, Star Master. Listen, I'm gonna take the easy part. Welcome in, Star Master. That's like, are you named after Star-Lord from the Guardians of the Galaxy? Is that where your name's inspired by? I never get seasick, but almost always car sick. See, I don't get car sick. I don't know if I've never gotten seasick, but I haven't had the chance to get seasick, so I don't know if that matters. I get quickly motion sick as a passenger in the car. See, I don't get car sick as a passenger. I do. Something I found out recently is I'm very claustrophobic, though. I didn't know that I had, like, a real serious claustrophobia. I mean, like, I kind of knew. Because, like, one time when I was little, my dad rolled me into a burrito, like, in a blanket, and I, like, panic attacked. Like, I almost freaked out. Like, I almost died. And I was really young, too. I was, like, in grade school. He never did that again, by the way. Like, he was just joking around. He was like, haha, I'm gonna roll you into a burrito. And, yeah, I, like, almost flipped out and, like, hyperventilated. But I didn't know, I haven't had any experiences where I would get, like, claustrophobic after that. until recently when I think I don't know if I talked about this. When I went to SoccerCon, I went with a friend and she was, well, several friends, and she was boothing and we all shared a hotel room. And but she was boothing. And that's the important part. I'm not going to say salient. Let's not use big business words. What's wrong with me? I need to get out of I'm not at work. Oh my gosh. That's the important point, because her van, she has like this big, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it's like a what are they called? Like when you have like a van that's meant to be packed full of stuff, you know, a big van. You sound like a cool lady. Oh, you. Thanks. But I went up and I got a free ticket to go to SoccerCon with her because I was part of her booth, like building and breaking down, and like I also helped do sales, but not very much because actually I wasn't very good at it. Which is funny because I worked a lot of customer service, but like I don't know, man. I don't have, actually, unless I'm being paid like for it, I cannot muster up my customer service skills really. I just can't do it. And I was like, I think also just like at a con, it's so overwhelming. It's not like being in a job. I was like, maybe that was it really is. It's just like, it's loud. You're kind of like too hot all the time. And it's really loud. There's like too much stimulation. And you're looking everywhere. There's too much visual stimulation too. And it's really noisy. I felt very overwhelmed being behind the booth actually at the con. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like constantly in a state of like anxiety. I'm not gonna ever booth at a con again. Like I would rather pay for my ticket and just like take my time and not really, honestly, I don't ever really want to go to a con with like other people again, to be honest, because like I constantly had to be like waiting for my friends, and I love my friends, but like or like not waiting, but like, I don't know, I just want to like take it at my own pace, and sometimes that means I need like 30 minutes in a corner to like calm down. I get easily overwhelmed. Thank you for the subby. Thank you, Heavily Caffeinated EMP. I appreciate it. Please enjoy your new animated emotes and your ad-free viewing. Box truck. Yeah. Box truck. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, she had a big van. Let's go back to the claustrophobia. Hold on. So, like, the thing is, because she has this booth and then all of the merch that she was selling, right? She has, like, so many different things, like stickers and pins and clothes and blah, 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 blah. Just tons of stuff, right? And the booth itself is, like, you don't have to bring the table, but everything else is, like, big items. And so, it was me and her, she was driving, and then two other friends, and they were, there was only those seats available in like a 6-seater van, and then everything else, because we also had to have everybody's luggage, right? And her luggage, and she's been on the road, like going to several different cons and boothing, and everything stacked to the top of the ceiling. She had no clearance out the back, like she couldn't see out her back window or anything. Like it was literally everybody's luggage and us like sardined in, and like I didn't realize until that moment, me in the middle, like one friend on one side, bunch of stuff just like up and over my head and constantly threatening to like crush me. The ride to the con was terrifying. It was the worst ride I've ever had. And like she lives down in California, like near LA, I think, or something like that. I don't know, but she drives like a Californian too. So we're like in this van. I'm being crushed on all sides. I'm squeezed in like a little cat sardine into this van with a bunch of stuff everywhere. And she's driving like a Californian. And I'm sitting here like scared out of my mind that I'm like almost like I have to like close. I think most of the trip, it wasn't like that long of a drive, but like it felt like forever because I had to like concentrate on breathing slowly. Anyway, I found out I like really truly do have claustrophobia, and I think really the next time this happened, I should have spoken up. Honestly, I should have been like, hey Sook, can I sit in the front seat? I feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack. I should have said something, but I didn't. But I should have. If it happens again, I will. I should have spoken up. It sounds like a horror ride. It was so scary. Yeah. Even thinking about it, I had to basically close my eyes and like focus on my breathing for the entire ride, both ways, because of course we had to drive back from the hotel. Anyway, it was It was bad. I would never do that willingly again. But like, even like, I don't know, like even if I were to take like my own car, I still would probably not go to con. I think going to cons with people, I definitely recommend it if you have people who, I don't know even. Honestly, maybe I'm just too antisocial for it. What do you guys think? Do you like going to cons with people? I kind of like the solo con experience, honestly. You know? Because then you can really just, you can like mediate your own time. There's no like, like I kind of want to like, there's no like, oh, she wants to do this and she wants to do that and I want to do this. Like there's none of that. You can just kind of like, we're going to do this and that and like, or I want to do this and this and like I can take my time or like I can say, like, I don't know, maybe I'm too, I always feel like if I change my mind, like I'm inconveniencing people too. So like if I say like, I really want to go to this panel and then like if I'm on my own, and then I'm like, I actually don't have the energy for that panel, I can just be like, I'm not going to go to that panel. But if I tell everybody, like, oh, I want to go to this panel, and then I get really tired and overwhelmed, and then I'm like, I don't want to go to that panel, but like, now they'll be like, wow, you changed your mind? My friends would never do this. Nobody would ever do this. Reasonable people don't care, but like, in my mind, I'm like, you can't change your mind now, you're locked in. You can't change your mind. Yeah, I went to TwitchCon 3 times solo, and it's fun even alone, yeah. See, it's really fun. I like being on my own. Yeah. Also, welcome Vinci. Yeah, going alone, you get to do the things you want, which is like, I don't know, I kind of prefer that, but everyone could do their own thing. Yeah, I know, I don't, but like, even with people that I was like, well, we can totally do our own thing, I just always feel like this sense of pressure, and it's totally self-imposed. It's not from them, I don't think. I just like, I can't get out of my head about it. Yeah, both is good. So I live with my friends at the end of the day. That actually sounds like the perfect idea. No, wait, actually, that sounds perfect. Honestly, yeah. That sounds like the great way to do it. So, like, you do everything at the con by yourself, and then you go to, like, the concert. Like, there are usually concerts at SoccerCon. I don't know if there are concerts at other conventions. Are there always concerts? SoccerCon always has concerts, so I always assumed that you could just, that you go to the concert. I didn't go to the concert this year. I was overwhelmed and I like went to bed, but yeah, I would like to have like my whole day where it's just like, I don't have to like, I'm not gonna go with anybody else. I just get my whole day to myself and then you meet up after for like dinner. That sounds great. And like maybe go to the concert or like go to the arcade. At SoccerCon, there's a big arcade that's open till like, I don't know, like 1 a.m. or something. So that would be super fun. I prefer that, yeah. I got the country far away from cons, Seabuff. That sucks. Honestly, I wouldn't go to cons often, except I live in Seattle, so SoccerCon's an easy con to hit. Yeah. I like going on my own. Yeah. Me too, McAfee. Yeah. Unless you're there primarily to see those people, going solo or maybe as a pair is preferable. Yeah, I feel like one other person, like, especially if you're really good friends, right? Like, I could see me and my best friend going, and it would be like, maybe okay. I don't know. I've even gone to cons with her, and like, I love her to death, but I still kind of prefer going on. I still kind of prefer going on my own. If only because we have very different travel styles and like different, I feel like it's the different thresholds for like what is overwhelming, you know? And like also, I love my best friend, but her like, she's like super ADHD, and that like overwhelms me more sometimes than being in like crowded places at cons, because like it feels like I have to keep up. And I'm like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm kind of like a laid back, I'm like, I wouldn't say calm. I get very anxious, but like, I have a very like measured pace to myself and my life. Like I do things slowly, I suppose is maybe like the way to put it. I'm slow to do things. I'm slow to make decisions. I'm slow. I believe in taking my time, I suppose is what I mean to say. And so when you have friends that have like really high powered, like they're really fast, or like they have ADHD, or they get distracted and like swap from one thing to another quickly, I feel like that can be kind of overwhelming for me. Yeah. Welcome and stop. How's the cute cat doing today? How are you feeling today? I'm good. I'm feeling chill. Wanted to do some quiet talking today. How are you? We did the split up and regroup strap for panels and stuff. I changed my mind and ended up tagging along someone staying a lot. See, that seems nice too. Like, because then if you do want company, see, I think having somebody you know at the con and doing the like, we're gonna regroup at the end of the day. But then you do have the option if you want company, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm a little lonely, maybe I do want to hang out with my friend, you know, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Depends on who I'm going to the con with, but I do tend to wander off on my own. I feel like maybe it's just that I'm very slow. And maybe that's what it is. It's like, I really like to go slow. I like to go slow through the con. Like, I will really take my time. And like, I like to be slow paced. Anytime when things get overwhelming around me too, I tend to slow down even more. Because I like need to have like island of calm around me. It needs to be calm. I've got to zen in. I have to breathe. And like, if some people get really like super hype when things get more exciting. But when things get very exciting around me, I tend to like, we take a step back, we slow way down. I take even more time to like process, like really like absorb lots of input. So, yeah. I'd rather not have witnesses when I buy questionable merch. See, that's the nice thing about having super weeby friends is none of my friends all my friends know that I'm gonna buy weird stuff sometimes. But I also don't buy. I guess I'm actually, as much as I say weird stuff, but like, I guess I never buy like directly. I know you can buy like adult materials at cons, but I would not. I guess I like the closest I get is like a bathing suit pinup, I guess. That's not very bad, is it? It's kind of like, comparatively. Yeah, decisions. Spoken like a true Libra show. Thank you, yes, I embody my qualities. Making a good decision and taking your time is a good thing. Helps gather yourself in pace, yeah. I tend to really, really meditate on things before I make any decisions. Like, you know, especially if they're hard decisions. I feel like I don't think it's a bad thing. I think sometimes it can become frustrating for other people, though, I will be honest. Because I do tend to really take my time with things. You know, like, it can take me, like, months to come to big decisions. I mean, like, I feel like it took me, like, 6 months to decide to, become a VTuber, for example. I really took my time and, like, sat with it and decided, like, is this really what I want to do? Is this really where I want to go? You know, or, like, several months to decide on, like, everything. Yeah. Chaotic shower, you gonna head out? It's fun being here. Really enjoyed hearing your voice. Just chatting. It's very calming. I'm glad it's calming. Have a good rest of your night, Chaotic. Have a good rest of your night. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to Jabu site. How you doing? How you doing, Jabu? Yeah. I've been hooked on a certain VTuber rhythm game that came out earlier this week. Was it the Hollow one? The Hollow one came out recently, right? Yeah. I'll be lurking as it's nice here as always. Thanks, Shige. Thanks for the lurk. Yeah, I'll do the same. Have a good lurk. Yeah. The rhythm gaming, huh? Is it the Hollow one? I know the Hollow one came out, right? I love overthinking things. I wouldn't say I overthink things, but like, usually I make a decision and then I tend to like, how do you say this? Like, I'll usually make a decision and then I will really think about it. Like, to make sure I'm sure. Like, I'll think about, like, for example, do I have any examples recently? What's a good example? I'm trying to think. Oh, recently I had to set up, actually, with that same friend who has really bad ADHD, I had to set up a boundary. And I love my friend. I think you should have boundaries, by the way, with your friends. I think we talk about boundaries a lot with, like, family. But, like, I think you should know your boundaries around certain things. So, for example, I realized after, like, and I've thought about this for a really long time, like, a couple years of, like, me and my friend, she is a really scary driver to me. Maybe she's not a bad driver, but being in the car with her, like, and when she's driving, it, like, really scares me, actually. But I don't want to be mean. So I kind of, like, allowed myself to be just kind of anxious all the time when we go places together. Because I can't be the driver because she gets really bad motion sickness, actually. So, like, this is why this is a problem. So, like, my best friend, she gets really bad motion sickness. So I can't drive. She always has to be the one to drive. And so I have to be the passenger. But the way she drives, and then she also listens to like really loud, overwhelming music. So I'm really anxious, and the music is really overwhelming. And then also, she's really particular about like the temperature in the car. And so I always, in like one way or the other, I almost always feel really uncomfortable. And I don't want to be a bad friend and be like, you know, your driving scares me. And, and like, we've had some communication where I'm like, hey, like, girl, like, can you like do X? Can you drive like a little more like slowly and maybe like not hit the brakes so hard? And like, I think the way that I've described driving to her is I'm like, okay, I'm trying not to say her name because I've almost said it like 4 times now. BFF, we'll go with that. I'm like, hey BFF, can you like pretend that I am like a very delicate glass kitten and like a tiny baby cat, and you have to drive like super carefully so that you don't throw me through your windshield, please. And that helped, but honestly, it's just one of those things where like it's one of those things where like 2 people just I can't be in the car with her. I can't be her passenger. And so recently I had to like set up and say, hey BFF, so I am gonna just drive myself. If we're gonna meet somewhere, if we're gonna go to the mall together, I'm gonna drive there by myself in my own car, and you're gonna drive there by yourself in your own car, and it's not about you, but like I can't handle the anxiety anymore. I can't do it. It's so scary, and I love you, and you're a wonderful friend, but like I can't be in the car with you. Yes, literally, that's exactly what I've done. Is like, because she has like no fear for her own safety, and she's also never been in a car accident. I don't know how, but like she is one of those ladies who she drives like that when she's alone, and the habit is built. And I cannot convince her, no matter, like, I've tried explaining it so many times. She's like, but I'm, like, a perfectly safe driver, and I have a great... I mean, it's one of those things, like, when you have a friend, and, like, sometimes it's not worth not arguing about, but, like, it's not worth constantly talking about if you just realize it's, like, it's not gonna change. So, I've recently had to set up a boundary where I was like, we're gonna drive separately, and we can still have so much fun, and I love hanging out with you, but like I can't be in the car with you. I can't do it. And since then, honestly, my experience, because it was really souring my experience like in this friendship, honestly. I don't know why I let this go on for so long. I should have just said this before, because it's not even that big of a deal, and like her feelings were hurt. But I thought about that for like literally like a year. I was like, well, maybe it'll get better, and also maybe with communication this will get better, and also maybe I'll feel differently. Maybe I can just be less anxious about it. By the way, I don't know if you can just be less anxious about somebody's driving. Can you? Maybe your friend is extremely lucky. Genuinely, maybe my friend is extremely lucky. Would you characterize that as ruminating or really vetting your choice? I would characterize it for me as really vetting my choice, because I don't tend to ruminate. I feel like ruminating implies really dwelling on something in a way that's maybe not healthy. Hollow Live Dreams? Okay, I knew it. I've been playing the art for the members is so good. I want to play the Hollow Village one that came out. I'm not much of a rhythm game person, but I really like the like bass pulling thing. Just try to make sure the car feels it. Also, welcome in Boeing Aircraft Aviation. Good morning, Shiro. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, she does have you for a friend. That's true. She's lucky to have me. Plus, Gura's in it. I love Gura. Not perfectly safe. Other drivers are the safe ones. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I have this solution. Get AI to drive you both how you're both uncomfortable. Problem solved. Honestly true. Yeah. And that's how you solve the problem. Yeah. I wouldn't say ruminating. More like, you know, I tend to think of like, I like to make a decision and then think about like, is this what I really want? Is this a good decision? Does this harm the people around me? Or like, I guess not harm, but like, you know, is this going to negatively affect people? Is this going to negatively affect me? What are the impacts? And like also like, I feel like something I do, which maybe I should do less of, is, I don't know if you guys do this, but like I allow something that makes me uncomfortable to go on maybe for too long, because I want to see if I can become comfortable with it, which I think can be a good way to challenge yourself, because I just feel like you shouldn't always, like, if something makes you uncomfortable, that doesn't always mean that it's bad for you, right? Like, working out can be uncomfortable, but working out is very good for you, for example. Or like, you know, when you make new habits sometimes, even if they're healthy for you, they can be uncomfortable at first. And sometimes I take that approach, well, a lot of times I take that approach with other people's behavior, you know, like somebody is doing something that is uncomfortable for me, but does that mean it's bad for me? Like, for example, I complain a lot about the guy who makes weird noises behind me in the cubicle behind me at work, but like, while that makes me annoyed, which is a feeling of discomfort, is it illegal? Is it actually harming me? No, and it's not worth causing an uproar just because something that somebody does mildly peeves me. So like, you know, before I make a decision to like, I don't know, for example, like I could go up to that guy and be like, your strange noises really are distracting and annoying. Or I could just put on some headphones because I don't think what he's doing is voluntary. It might be annoying and a little disturbing sometimes, but like ultimately it's not harming me. And sometimes the feeling of discomfort means something is harming you. But sometimes the feeling of discomfort just means something is, you know, a little uncomfortable, and that's okay sometimes. Like, doesn't mean necessarily you have to take action all the time. I feel like one of the things that I live by is you don't always have to take action. Sometimes doing nothing can be a solution. Or like trying to find an internal change is sometimes a better solution than trying to make everybody else around you kind of acclimate or adjust to like your needs. I mean, like, this might sound kind of basic, but like, I think it's a really healthy thing to always think of first, like, how can I change before asking other people to change, so that you've always made your best effort. At least that's what I think about. Yeah. Yeah, discomfort may be okay as long as it's not due to unsafe practices. Yeah, exactly. You can't be comfortable without being uncomfortable first. Exactly. And I guess, like, sometimes that can be bad, though, because you don't want to allow somebody to mistreat you, right? You don't want to mistake discomfort from something that is ultimately not harmful, right, for like real true. You don't want to you don't want to get the wires crossed there, because like, you know, mistreatment is very different from discomfort due to just like something being a little uncomfortable but not like truly harming you. So those things, I think, like the nuance there is something that I'm still learning to navigate myself. Because like, it's a hard question. I feel like it can be a little bit of a hard question. It's like, does this make me uncomfortable because it's new? Because I feel like a lot of us, I don't know about you guys, but for me, sometimes new things can be very uncomfortable, but they're not harmful, and they can be very good for you. Like, for example, with my work life recently, taking on those new responsibilities that were very intimidating at first, I was very uncomfortable. I was very scared. I was very anxious. But I didn't say no to that new experience. Instead, I said, I believe I can do it because my coworkers and my boss believe I can do it. So I took it on, and honestly, now it's fine. And I feel very confident, and now I can do it. So, yeah. Tutan, it's nice to see ya. Hi, Shiro, glad to catch you live. Long time no chat. Sorry I dropped off for a while, dealing with a rough spot. Don't ever feel bad about dealing with a rough spot. And also, thank you for the 20, but I appreciate seeing you around. I hope you're doing okay. Don't ever feel bad about setting up necessary boundaries. Luck only has to fail once for catastrophic effect. Seriously, though. Yeah, and also, thank you for the 20. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. I hope your rough spot resolves, or has resolved. Yeah. It's also okay to take control of your situation. Like, if someone is wasting your time, it's okay to excuse yourself. That is a very good point. Yeah. Let's kill. Wait, what? Who are we killing? Hold on now. Wait a second. Yeah. My brother driving is scary, but he doesn't like when I told him to slow down. See, yeah, I feel like critiquing somebody's driving can also be kind of like a sore spot. I'm gonna turn my AC on. It is warm in here. Hello, AC? No, it's okay. No, it's fine. We don't need the AC to be working. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, wait, can you, like, see me walking? Okay, that's fine. You don't, I'll be right back. Also, one of my legs stopped working. Hello, can I please have my AC on? I'm sweating. It's toasty. Yay! It's working. Okay, one of my legs stopped working, but I'm not gonna replace it since we're just sitting and chatting. We're having a Zatsu today, so no reason to mess up a good thing. There we go. Yeah, you got this tune on. Can't stop time. Yeah. Obi, thank you for the 5 gift sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sure was that woman. Catwife. Yeah. Flex it. And Savvy, thank you. Thank you for a gift sub as well. Welcome to new subscribers. Thank you, Savvy. Welcome to new subs. Thank you for conscripting more Nakotos to the cause. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Please enjoy your animated emotes over on Twitch and your new ad-free viewing. And eventually your story times, which I still think we might not have caught yet. So, we'll see. Yeah. So, it's more a matter of lost in the reactions to lost in time. Yeah. Oh, I understand. Oh, I understand. That's always really hard. I hope things get better. Time heals everything, though. It does. I do hope things get better. Tayo, please take your government issue lighters, as always, yeah. As I share the stream with you, gotta go now. Have a good rest of your day, Jeffrey Cuddle Trousers. Have a good rest of your day. I hope you have a good one. And a nice end of your weekend. It's Sunday, my dudes. I'm like not ready for the work weekend. You know, recently I feel like I am getting into the mindset of like, I get the Sunday scaries now. I kind of get it, honestly. Like, I don't want to go back to work on Monday. I want a 3-day weekend so bad. I'm gonna take the weekend. Well, I'm gonna take the next weekend, by the way. Housekeeping. I'm gonna go to the ocean. And I'm going to maybe try to find some. What are they called? Tide pools. I'm gonna try to find some tide pools. So I'm taking some time off from streaming, but I really wish I could take some time off from work. I have to settle for time off of streaming. I wish instead I could take time off of work instead of streaming, but one of these things is my career and I actually have to be available. So, unfortunately. But I do wish I could take, yeah, I want a 4-day weekend. Oh god, a 4-day weekend sounds amazing. She'll buy the sea. Yeah, I'll try to take some photos. I'll take some photos to share when I come back. So if I find some good beach access, I will try to take some photos. And like if I find some good stuff. Have you ever moving on Power World 1.0 lately? You know, I haven't, but I did hear that it came out officially. I was kind of tempted to pick it back up. Maybe we'll do a Power World stream when I come back. That could be fun. Cause it, what's the word? It, like, finally, like, fully released, right? And I heard there's a bunch of new stuff. But here's the thing. Can I update my existing world? Or, like, do I have to, like, start a whole new one? Cause, like, the reason that I had stopped playing is because an update came out and then everybody was like, you should just restart. But I don't want to restart because I put so much work into my like baby base. So really like 3-day weekends rock, right? I wish. Yeah, it's recommended to start in 1C, but I put so much work into my Power World and I don't want to start a new one. This is always, but you can play with your old save file. If you have a vacation available, like you can use it. Yeah, I don't though. So I'm saving up on my vacation because my mom, I haven't seen my mom in several years actually. Can you believe that? That's like a crazy thing to say. But she lives like 12 hours away from me, so that's why. But my mom has her job. She has the whole week of Christmas off. Like paid, and so I don't have the whole week of Christmas off paid, but I'm saving up on my paid vacation for that this year. Yeah, because I used a lot of my paid vacation last year. So yeah. Can you bring us cute seashells? Ooh, I will look for some cute seashells. That's a really good idea. I didn't think about that. I haven't been to the beach in like, oh my gosh, you are not gonna believe this. I think I haven't been to the beach in like 10 years. Holy crap. Or like 8 or 9 years minimum. But it might be a full 10 years. I don't remember the year I went to the beach last. No, it's probably been like 8 years. I have not been to a beach in 8 years. That's crazy. Yeah, I'll get some souvenirs. Maybe we'll do a hand cam. Do some seashells. I could like write your name in some sand if I find it. I'll get some beach sand and write your guys' names in them. The map is huge and so many pals now. I think the OG can continue existing with the update, but they recommend a new world. See, they said that last time too. It'll make you forget you have a full-time job. Pal world. See, getting too invested in a game. The problem is, gotta be careful. That's nice. That'll be a nice reunion. Tell Mama Neko we said hello. I will, yeah. How's Onesan doing? Onesan's doing well, I think. She's taking a long ass she's taking an excursion, I think. She hasn't been on stream in a while, right? She's taking a long excursion out on some government job, I guess. She is taking some, maybe don't tell anybody, but I think she might have become a, like, international hitman. Did you know that freaking, who's that one? I just learned from a TikTok that there's like this actor who has an older brother who is an international hitman. And, he got in trouble with, like, the government, and then the US government, like, bailed him out or something, and then, do you guys know who I'm talking about? This was crazy to me, but yeah, there's, like, an actor who has an older brother who's an international hitman. That's, like, crazy. Like, what the heck? I don't understand how that can even be possible. Crazy? I was crazy once. Tom Cruise? Was it Tom Cruise? Does he have an older brother who is an international hitman? I watched a TikTok about it and it absolutely blew my mind. Leveling was balanced very well and you can catch back up quick. Yeah, but I love my base. But I worked so hard. So many hours. So many hours in my base. Slavic, thank you for the follow. It sounds like the plot to a movie with Sacha Baron Cohen. I hit men. Don't hit men. No, it was like, okay, I only remember what he looks like. Wait, hold on. Now I have to look it up because maybe this was all just, okay, it was a TikTok, so like I don't want to spread fake news. Like, celebrity with older brother hitman. Okay. Okay. Christopher Nolan has an older brother arrested by the FBI in Chicago in 2009 after Costa Rica requested an extradition alleging he was involved in the 2005 murder for hire and torture of American financier Robert Cohen. The outcome, a U.S. judge denied extradition due to insufficient evidence on the murder charge, but Matthew received a 14-month sentence for an attempted jailbreak using a makeshift rope from his cell. He reportedly used the alias Matthew Oppenheimer during his financial dealings. Woody Harrelson's father was a contract killer. Wait, that came up for me too. Hold on. Correction on premise. Woody Harrelson, his relative tied to contract killing was his father, not an older brother. The details. Charles Harrelson was a professional hitman convicted of assassinating. Saffron is currently climbing onto my trackers. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. U.S. District Judge John Wood Jr. in 1979 and died in a federal supermax prison in 2007. Woody's actual younger brother is actor Brett Harrelson. Whoa, why are all these actors having hitmans? Hitmen as freaking relatives. What the heck? Probably ShiroNekoNya again. No. I'm the celebrity with an older sister who is a hit woman? Don't hit women. Oh no. Woody Harrelson's father was like the guy from No Country for Old Men. Anton Segur? Wait, what does that mean? Nolan is a director. Yeah, he's a director, my bad. And so Christopher Nolan's older brother is a hitman, apparently, potentially. And his younger brother is a musician, I think? Hold on, Christopher Nolan. His younger brother is like, What is he? He's like a like a director. No. What's the word for people who direct things in an orchestra? This guy. Composer? I think he composes music too, but I'm pretty sure he does like what's that called? How do you think they get roles? Eliminating the competition? Smart. Now they weren't kidding when they said it's a cutthroat world in the movie industry. Holy. Conductor, composer, conductor. Did I say conductor? Yeah, I think he's one of those guys. Sounds like the name of anime titles. The celebrity's older brother is a government hitman in another country. Wait, that sounds like an amazing. I would read that manga. I would totally read that manga. Conductor, yeah. Conductor. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it does sound like a comedy though. It's a comedy anime slice of life. Isekai story. The celebrity's older brother is a government hitman in another country. Reborn? No. Reborn is the celebrity's older brother who's a hitman in another country. You gotta make it an isekai too. You can't forget the isekai element there. But I can't believe I was reincarnated. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I was reincarnated as the celebrity's older brother who's a hitman in another country. Hold on, let me try it one more time so we get the full effect. I can't believe I was reincarnated as the celebrity's older brother who's a hitman in another country. Slime anime. I can't believe I got reincarnated as a cat girl conductor. That one's good too. It's a well-paying job even if it's outside the law. My grandfather was a button man? What's a button man? Wait, you can't just say words like that. I don't know what that means. Is that a real... what does that mean? Does that mean did he push in the buttons? Did he bury people? I feel like that's what what does that imply? I have a lot of questions. Adu is also the strongest in the world. Oh my gosh. Pressing peeps buttons? No button pressing. What's a button man? Does that mean what's the word for somebody who supplies like illegal armaments? I want to be that guy. By the way, if you guys didn't know, we all have a movie night in the Discord sometimes. Once a month. I just said sometimes as if I'm not the one who organizes it once a month. We have movie nights in the Discord once a month, and when you watch the movie, you get to choose who you are. So you have to like call dibs on your character, and you get to be that guy for the rest of the movie. Did you know that? Arms dealer? Is there like a fun word for that? Like button man? What's a button man? It means problem solver? Does that mean he... problem solver? And what kind of problem solving does a button man do? Does he just get rid of the problems? He's like, that's not real. I guess that's not a hitman necessarily. That's just you take him out, take out the problems, take out the trash. Yo, welcome in, Bingo Devil. Please don't spam Bingo Devil. Don't do that. He made him gone. Okay. They need someone gone. He made him gone. How do we get this anime made? Yeah. The animation. Okay, wait. We have to start from the beginning. I can't believe I was reincarnated as the celebrity's older brother who is a hitman in another country and also the strongest in the world. A fixer. A fixer. Isn't that in Cyberpunk? Is that real? Is that real? Like, is a fixer an actual, like, real thing, then, in the real world and not just in Cyberpunk? You know, sometimes I forget that games like these take inspiration from the real world, you know? Also, my cat laid down in my lap and she's so cute right now. That's a real thing. I choose to be the pretty princess. Yeah, who did I get to choose? I chose... So we watched the... By the way, last night we watched, in the Discord, so if you'd like to join the Discord, I'm just saying, we have movie nights once a month. We watched the Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, which I haven't seen since I was a butty kitten, and it was really good. I chose Barbossa, so I got to be Barbossa, because of course somebody else already freaking called Jack Sparrow, who's like the coolest character in the entire show, so like whatever. I want to be Jack Sparrow next time. But I got to be the pirate queen. So, like, I guess I'm not that upset. I would definitely love to be the undead pirate queen. That would be really fun. Butterman is, by the way, an entry-level mobster. Wait, that's just entry-level? Getting rid of people's entry-level? Wow, the mob is... I know this maybe sounds a little silly, but... like, that's pretty serious. Whew. Dexter is the guy who gets things done IRL. I did not know that. Dexter Deshawn was the fixer in Cyberpunk. I haven't actually played Cyberpunk. I've just watched a playthrough on YouTube, which I really liked. It's one of those games that I don't want to play, but I love watching other people play. There are like specific games that I watch streams of because I really like watching other people play them, but like, I don't know if it's a time commitment, the vibes, the mechanics, like it's just one of those things where like, I don't want to play it, but like I do love watching other people play it, yeah. I called dibs on the actor's reincarnated little brother who's a hogmanay in another country. What's a hogmanay? Hogmanay? What's that mean? You're adorable. Thank you, dear. Thank you. No problems. You have a Discord? Wait, are you not in the Discord, Neko? No, you're in the... Don't do that to me. You're in the Discord. You goofball. To get the Badger and Senior membership into the family? Well, you have to kill somebody to become a mobster? I mean, okay, I know this. I don't know a lot about. Okay, first of all, I don't know a lot about the mob. First of all, okay, I'm just a cat. I don't know a lot about the mob. Does the mob still exist? Not necessarily like Cyberpunk, but kind of, yeah. You had people that could go between families shopping around jobs. Oh, so you could be like a multi-family, like you just do jobs for any family? Would that be like if you did one for one family and the other family was like on bad terms with that family? Well, I guess as long as you're not doing it against the families, like if you're not like one family doing it. That sounds wow, politics. That sounds complicated. Apparently Hitmen or Triggermen mainly got called that way. What the heck? That's crazy. She's a Discord, careful there, maybe some shorks. We've been straight shorking it up in the Discord recently. We really have. That's scary. I did not realize how serious... I mean, I know that, like, I watched... No, wait. Did we talk about it? I don't know, or was it a TikTok or something or a YouTube video? I don't remember exactly. But, like, I remember we were talking about the mob. Maybe... Oh, you know what it was? I feel like it was because... that one time where we made the Discord into the Mafia for the Nyafia for like a minute, that was fun. We should bring that back. And then we all became Pasta. I liked the Pasta arc too. Right now we're Shorks. We straight shorking it. But that one time I made the Discord into the Nyafia, I like looked up the different types of levels of being a Mafia guy, and I think I watched a video. I don't remember if it was on stream or on the recommendation, but I watched a video about, like, what it really, like, entails and stuff. It's very fascinating, but, like, there's this guy, they were talking about this guy who went undercover for, like, 10 years in the Mafia, and he had to, like, kill people and stuff, and that's crazy to me, that, like, that you'd have, like, a policeman or, like, a person in law enforcement go undercover that hard undercover, that under the covers, so deep in the covers. under all the covers. Okay, I'm sorry. But like, I can't imagine going undercover so hard that you like even have to, but like they have to, or else they could get sniffed out, right? And then they would die, probably, they would get killed. Like, that's really serious, right? That they even had to kill people and stuff. How do you come to terms with that as a policeman or like as a member of law enforcement going undercover? Like, I don't know how you do that. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be so, like... it would weigh on my... See, this is how you know I'm not cut out for that kind of life. But, like, it would really weigh on my conscience. You know? I guess. Me too. Welcome in, Slayer. Is that how you say your name? Yeah, whole decade, right? That's so crazy. So deep under the cover, they sniffing the toes. Yeah. Think about buttermen like contractors. Oh, thank you. They were rarely ever made men, more like outsiders kept on retainers. Oh, that makes sense. Much like Kuklinski. That's a lot of K's in one word. They're paid but always disposable. That's fascinating. He has dedicated his job. Did you watch The Godfather? No, The Godfather was always so boring I fell asleep. I tried to watch it though, but then I fell asleep. I couldn't I couldn't watch it. Should I watch it? Should I try again? I really tried watching it, but then I got bored. I'm sorry, it's true. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I do hate to say it. Yeah. Mafia is still a thing, by the way. It's just different these days. Do you think that the internet age means does the mafia do like corporate espionage now? Like, what are we doing in the mafia? What's the mafia up to? Like, are we smuggling drugs? What does the mafia do in the first place? Didn't they like extort money from people? Is like the mafia like is it drug dealing? What does the mafia do? Like, how do they get their money? Do they like blackmail people? What does the modern day mafia do? Like gangs, for example. I know like gang activity is usually drug related, right? Right? Question. I could be wrong. Drugs, extortion, construction fraud. Like fraud makes sense to me. Like casinos. Oh, interesting. She has that. I've had baby attention span. That's not true. I actually, while the Pirates of the Caribbean was going last night, I did get a little bored at first, and then I locked in, and now I'm fine. But like, when I found myself getting bored and being like, maybe I should open up Twitter, I was like, oh my god, there's something wrong with me. That was not good. Loans, holy. Follower goal, Matt. Oh my gosh! How many followers are we at? 1,900! Nice! Thank you for the follows, everyone. Thank you for the follows on this beautiful Sunday. Thank you for helping us meet our follower goal over on Twitch. Thank you, thank you. I think we'll hit 2K Twitch followers around the same time we hit 18... Are we almost 18K subscribers? I think, on YouTube. I think we'll hit around the same time. So we'll be able to do another joint celebration. I'm thinking. Yeah, 18K on YouTube. Upcoming. Let's go. Let's go, baby! They think they become politicians pays better? Honestly, yeah. That makes sense. Fraud. Fraud. Protection fees, shops that have to pay so they don't trash their place. Oh. Mafia are just banks and casinos now. That's kind of cool. It's a moral dilemma. Star Trek did a lot of this about how is the individual more important than the collective. Like, is it worth one life to save 10 you may save? Etc. It's super hard to think of. I don't think that's just, yeah, I don't think I'm cut out for that kind of stuff, you know? That's one of the, this is why I'm a cat girl. Because, like, I don't think I could, this is why I had to flee the government, the facility, because I couldn't be a government asset. I was just soft at heart. All the business career about Leo, I guess, is for him. That makes sense to me. I feel like becoming politician, do you even need to be in the mafia to be a part of politician? Isn't that like, I mean like, aren't investment companies like basically, like, you know what's crazy? Like big investment firms are like so crazy. Like the corporate world in that area is so terrifying to me. Like the way they move money around to like manipulate markets and then buy into companies and then crash companies on purpose and then like cause like entire economic shifts. I don't like to think about it. It makes me feel very scared. Makes me feel really nervous. Mobsters buy out or threaten politicians if they don't allow them to do the things they want to do in the region. Oh, see. That makes sense to me. Richard Iceman Kuklinski. He carried out around 30 hits. Holy crap. My granddad called him a mercuriopolic. A habit of violent mood swings. That's terrifying. Seems like the mob would be involved in crypto somehow since it's untraceable. I don't understand crypto. I think understanding crypto would probably make me less cool. I think it would give me negative aura. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I didn't know it was untraceable. That's kind of scary too. I don't like that. I still have no idea why Long John Silver is still open. I believe they launder money. I've never been to has anybody been to a Long John Silver? Okay guys, please, can I get a count in chat? Can somebody speak up? Has anybody ever been to Long John Silver's? Does, like, anybody ever? I just, like, don't even... Yes? King Blue, you've been to a Long John Silver's? Did you... What is that? It's a... I don't even know how to describe it. What is Long John Silver's? I've never been to one. Yes, I've been to one. Nope, probably isn't even in my country. I don't think it's in your country. Should I get Popeyes today? What did I eat? I had a handful of cashews and a... Did I already say... I already said this. No wonder I talked about what I ate this morning. I'm hungry. I had a handful of cashews and a protein bar. I'm gonna go get some Popeye. I want fried chicken. Oh, I want fried food so bad. Is it a fish place? Yeah, they make fish. But it's like fast food fish. Which seems really concerning, not gonna lie. Like, that seems really concerning. Canned tuna. Oh, man, I could go for some canned tuna. Maybe I should have canned tuna. I think I have some tuna in my house. It sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. Trading made up money. It's like people trading caps from Fallout. What? What's a hush puppy? Popeye sounds really good, doesn't it? Like strictly cod whitefish. That's so weird. I don't even know if there's a... I mean, I'm certain there's probably a Long John Silver's in Seattle, but like, I don't think I've ever seen one. I don't think I've ever seen one. Been years. Why? There's so many yeses in here. I have been yes, but I never went back. How are there so many people here who've been to a Long John Silver's? I genuinely, I feel like I've never seen anybody in a Long John Silver's. Hush Puppy is a tranquilizer name. Okay, true. Meow? Nya. What is it? Long John Silver's is a fast food chain that only does fish. What's your go-to order from Popeyes? Okay, this is crazy because I didn't realize that Popeyes chicken, like their actual like bone-in chicken, is like way, way better than their tenders. Because my go-to order for chicken is always tenders. Because I don't like to eat around bones. Bones in my food make me angry, like unreasonably angry, actually. And maybe that's not fair. And maybe it does detract from my enjoyment of food as a whole, because there's a lot of food with bones in it that's like really good. But like, if I get a pork chop with a bone in it, that pisses me off. I don't want to fuck with a bone, man. Like, I just hate it. Like, don't give me the bones in my food. If there's bones in my fish, I'ma freak out. We don't do that. I don't want bones in my food. I don't want bones in my steak. I don't want bones in my pork chop. I don't want bones in my chicken. I don't eat ribs. You know why I don't eat ribs? There's bones in that shit. It's annoying. I don't care how good it tastes. I'll have brisket. Because brisket doesn't have bones in it. I hate it when I have to take the bone. I don't like it when there's bones in my food. I want bang for my buck, which means straight meat, no bone. No bone. I don't like wings. Because wings is more bone than enjoyment. I'll have some freaking chicken nuggets, man. No bones. No wings. None of that crap. See, I'm cursing because I'm so angry about the bones in my food. Don't like it. It's not right. Don't put bones in my food, man. I can't eat it, I don't want it. Yeah, that's how I feel. Bones in my pizza? Get the bones out of my pizza. You put a bone in my pizza, I'm gonna put a... Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, well, we gotta calm down. Pre-chewed food then, got it. Yeah, listen. I wouldn't even mind. No, I wouldn't mind. I don't want pre-chewed food, but, like, I don't want bones in my food, man. Chad needs to pre-chew it for you. What? Why are you guys sharing a brain cell, first of all? And also, gross. Boned pizza is overrated. I want my pizza deboned. I want my pizza deboned, please. Why is everybody saying boned pizza? Is this like a meme? Is this a joke? I don't get it. Wait, no, I don't understand the joke. Someone help. That's why we only eat cockroaches on the basement. They're crunchy, but they have no bones. See, I love a good crunch, but no bones. The self-control. Thank you. Yeah, I narrowly avoided saying something unsafe, so boneless pizza. What's with the bones? I've been kind of eager to ask you, have you heard of Jimothy the raccoon yet? Yeah, I saw the TikTok about Jimothy. He looks really freaky. I haven't seen him. I hope he lives a long and happy life, but I have seen Jimothy. Have you guys seen Jimothy? He looks like he's terrifying. He's so scary to me, actually. That animal is like, I'm kind of, actually, you know what? I saw a rat recently, like near my house too, which made me really scared. Should I be worried about that? I've never seen a rat before. Like, I've seen rats on the streets of Seattle. Like, that's not unheard of. But I'm like not in Seattle proper, and I saw a rat near my house, and that really scared me. Is that like, should I be worried? Should I tell my apartment complex? Actually, guys, this is a real question I have now, because now I'm remembering, almost forgot about this, but like that actually, like, is that like a really bad sign? I'm actually really concerned. Was there a lot of rain the day before? No? Why? What does rain have to do with rats? Should I be more worried? Mama pretty, what is wrong with you people? What? Do you like crab or, lobster? I like lobster when it's in stuff, but, it's too rich for me most of the time. I'm okay with crab, but it's not my favorite. But like, also, Jimothy has short spine syndrome. He's also really scary looking, but I don't hate him, but he really does scare me. At the stairs get, nope. I don't think well, that's a good question. I don't know where the nearest sewer are, but like, I don't know what to do. Anyway, I saw a rat and it really scared me, because what does it mean? Does that mean there might be more? And also, is that like a bad, I've never seen a rat before, or like I've never had like an issue with like vermin, ever. So, but I have a cat. But what if my cat gets hurt? She's so tiny. What if she gets, I don't want it, well, I didn't see it in my house, but I did see it on the ground, and we like ran away from like nearby my house, but I'm in an apartment, so like, I don't know, I shouldn't say like what floor I'm on, but like, I'm nervous now. I'm nervous about the possibility of rat. What if it gets in my house? Well, I don't keep food out, so like, I feel like I should be safe, right? But I don't know, I'm really concerned. Rats are very cuddly and smart and fun. Well, yeah, domestic rats, but wild rats they proliferate and cause problems. Okay. There could always be more, but they'll chew up the wooden parts of your house and they can breed pretty fast. See, that's what I'm worried about. Neighbors might be less tidy with food. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell my apartment complex that I saw a rat. I don't think they'll do anything, because my apartment management, listen, it's cheap, but they're not good. Not good apartment managers. But I'll tell them. I've never had like vermin around me. Well, I've always had a cat though, so like basically my whole life. So I guess maybe that would cause less rat problems. Although I will say, my cat is very, I won't say aggressive, but like, you know how some cats have like no hunting instinct? My cat has a very strong hunting instinct. She wants to kill things. She wants to. But she won't kill spiders. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you guys? No, I haven't. Like 2 days ago, a spider crawled over my shoulder, down my arm, and then across the couch. Like it went like... And my cat, the only reason I noticed that this was happening is because my cat like freaked out and like activated and like got really interested in what was going on my shoulder. And I was like, what? And then I saw it run off of my arm, like over my shoulder, off my arm, and went to the couch. And I just about died, and then I had to kill it like super fast. But why didn't my cat kill it? She's like, literally, she does nothing to earn her rent. And then literally, oh my gosh, like that was actually more than 2 nights ago, because like, not last night, but the night before, I saw a moth in my room, and my cat activated, and she was like, ooh, look at the moth, but she wouldn't attack the moth. And so I was like, Saffron, earn your rent, go kill that moth. And she didn't do anything. She just like watched it, like all weird. She got all freaky about it, but she didn't actually attack it. And then last night, I get into my little bed, I pull the cover back. It's warm, I have the heated blanket on, and I stick my feet in, and then I see something move in my sheets, underneath my blanket. And I look a little closer, and I'm like, that's a spider. So I have to pull my feet out really quick, and I get out of my bed and look at the spider, and then it starts crawling along my sheet. And I have white sheets. I just got new, beautiful white ivory sheets. Oh, they're so nice. Beautiful, viscose. I love them. and I had to squish it on the sheet because, and then what happened is I had a hoodie on, and so I get the hoodie over my hand because I don't have any shoes anywhere. I'm in my bedroom. I don't have any slippers. I have nothing I could smash the spider with. So I'm like, okay, I'll just smash it with my hoodie, and then it'll mostly get on my hoodie and on my sheets. And then I try to smash it with my hoodie, and I pick my hand back up, and it's still alive, and then drops off my hand, which was terrifying. And then I had to do it again, but this time I was more serious about it because the first time I feel like I wasn't aggressive enough. And then I really did kill it, but now there's a spider gut stain on my sheets, and I don't have any extra sheets. So I'm waiting. I actually just bought some new sheets today so that I can switch out my sheets and wash my white, beautiful sheets and not have a spider gut stain on them. And I'm just really tired of the spiders, man. I'm tired of it. And now there might be a rat. Anyway, I'm having a hard time. There's a spider in my bed. This is what I'm telling you. Spider on me, and a spider in my bed. And like, there's just so many spiders. I don't like... I don't... She's like her odor. Oh, it's true. Get a rat trap and earn free food. Oh wait, that's actually a good point. Free protein. Does you like fishies? Yeah, I love roasted fishies. Oh, of course I do. Of course I like roasted fishies and yummy drinks. Oh my gosh, yes. Spiders are friends. No, they're not my friends. They can be your friends, not my friends, no. Spiders are good. They eat the bugs that are bad, like fruit flies. I actually think my cat... I got a little worried because I noticed that once again, the fleas from my neighbors have invaded my home. And so I had to put flea treatment on my cat. So I'm wondering if the spiders are infesting my house early because my cat had fleas for just a second. So now my cat has been thoroughly flea treated and my house has been thoroughly flea treated. However, there is still a spider problem. Also, I have a closet in my bedroom that has like an attic thing. And I call it the spider closet because I keep finding spiders crawling through the attic and it's just a problem. It's just a problem. Spider and cat. Is your place haunted by the ghost of spiders? So, mint oil is good deterrent for spiders. That's true. However, it also can be very toxic to cats and cause them respiratory issues. So, basically any sort of like spider deterrent essential oil, which mint does work really well, can really harm cats if you're not careful, so you have to be really careful with the application. And I know technically once it dries down, it's like fine, but I sprayed some one time, and then my cat got really, like, her nostrils, like, passageway got inflamed, and so ever since then I've been scared. Yeah, anyway, but then also, like, pesticide is bad for cats. I might go with the mint oil and just be really careful and, like, not let her in the rooms, like, close the room, wait like 3 hours, let her in, but I really don't want to risk it. Yeah. Maybe invest in some bug spray, yeah. You move spiders? I cannot move spiders. I can't do it. They're too fast, first of all. These ones are like freaking fast little boys. Fast as frick, man. I can't move them. Also, well, I don't know, is it not? I thought everybody gets like freaked out about spiders. Like if I see a spider, it like really, I get like I don't want to touch, I don't like getting close enough to touch a spider unless it's, like, if it's close enough to touch me, it's dead. I don't mind if a spider minds its business. Like, if it's up in the corner of the ceiling and it stays there, I'm like, okay, you can stay there. But, like, as soon as in my bed, no, we're not moving. He has committed crimes against Shiro and her people, and that spider is dead, no. He's dead. He's gone. Vacuum cleaner. Yeah, storm peppermint activation can also be bad for people. Really? I did not know that. When camping, woke up one morning and noticed spiders are just everywhere. Oh, wow. Amazing is something you could say. Spider in chat. That's true. Alex is our resident Spider-Man. You're the goblin from TikTok, I see. You always see me on TikTok? Shiro. Hi, welcome in. Hello. Depends on the spider. Plant wild mint around the area. That's a dangerous thing to do. However, it would be a good option. I actually have a mint plant in a pot that I've had for 10 years. Can you believe that? I have had a living mint plant for 10 years. And it is doing incredible. And I swear I've killed it like 4 times. Just keeps coming back. You cannot kill mint. You can't kill it. It's impossible. It's fully impossible. You just can't do it. It's literally impossible. Spiders kill all the other nasties though. Yeah, well, I don't care. They don't get to be in my bed. There's no nasties in my bed, I promise you that. I don't know what he was doing in my bed. The thing is actually, so in Seattle, we have something called, like, I don't know what they're really called, but they're colloquially called like a house spider. And at least as it gets closer to August and September, they're not there for the nasties in your house. It's because they get lost. So they actually belong outside. And then the males, I've talked about this, the males actually get lost while looking for mates to make more spider babies. So really what they are is bachelor spiders, and they get really big, and they're very large, and they're very, very fast. And they're not dangerous necessarily, but they are really freaky. They are really freaky. And yeah, I don't like to have them in my house. And basically, I call that Darwinism. If they are too dumb to be in my house, then their genes should be removed from the gene pool anyway. So, yeah, they should stay outside where they belong, where the lady spiders are. Seattle! Yes, I live in the great Seattle. Yes. Are you a PNWer as well? I feel like that is, like, really common. We get a lot of PNW guys in here, probably because TikTok. A lot of people do come from TikTok, and I feel like it's because TikTok has, like, a local feature now, so there you go. Yeah, death sentence. No trial required in Shiro's dictatorship. That's right. No problem with wolf spiders. He was looking for a comfy place to sleep. Okay, well, that's true. Actually, my bed is very, very comfy. It's like, honestly, ever since I upgraded my sheets and a couple comforters, you can't beat it. You cannot beat my bed right now. Probably a wolf spider. Is that what they're called? Shiro's a force of evolution. Yeah, I'm gonna cause a forceful evolution of all the spiders in the Seattle area by killing any spider that comes in my house, because if you are not smart enough as a spider to avoid my house, then you don't deserve to maintain your genes in the gene pool. And so we will only have, eventually, with enough dedicated effort, we will only have spiders who genetically are predisposed to avoiding Shiro's house, because it is dangerous in a bad place. Yeah. Someone once told me any spider that's in a house is an invasive species. I don't know about that. Whoa, it's Shiro stream. Hi, welcome in. It's Sunday, that means Shiro time. Yeah. I don't know if is that really, well, more like my house is an invasive, I am an invasive species. I'm an invasive species in my house, or like in my, cause like, I'm like basically like surrounded by trees, so really I'm the invasive one here. Like, we can't blame the spiders. I did my, like, Seattle is in the middle of a bunch of trees, man. At least you don't live in the tropics with the 1 foot long thick centipede swarm after a big rain. If I saw that, see, this is how you know I wasn't built for the tropics, because I would probably just die. I would see that, and then I would keel over, and I would just be deceased. I would pass away. I would take one look at a swarm of centipedes, and that would be it for Shiro. You would never hear from me again, because I would go to cat heaven, well, I've done a lot of evil, so maybe I would not go to cat heaven. Maybe cat purgatory. If I'm gonna be optimistic. But I certainly would, if I saw a swarm of 1 foot long centipedes, I would give up. That's it for me. There's no point in living in a place like this. Evil Shiro, I am evil. Went to the Space Needle for the first time. Highly recommend the grilled shrimp. Really? I went to the Space Needle in high school, and I have never gone again because it was really expensive, and I had to pay for the ticket, which was kind of annoying. You at the beach? I'm at the beach. Beach, let's go to the beach. Yeah, I'm at the beach. We're camping on the beach. Having a zatsu. The scream when... What? 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 Did you just say they scream when you step on them? That is literally the most disturbing thing I hate that. Mint is a natural fear repellent. True, so is cedar, I think. Actually, aren't cedar wood chips or like cedar oil also? I should do that. I'm in generational debt from one meal. Yeah. Gosh, same. The Space Needle's so expensive. Hello there, Miss VTuber. I hope you had a wonderful day today. I wish you and everyone else in the audience a wonderful time during the stream. Thank you, Nicola. And also, thanks for dropping by. Also, I do not like the fact that the 1 foot long thick scent. You're freaking me out, man. That is the most... Oh my gosh. Ugh. I don't like that. I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna be fine. Okay. I too scream when stepped on. In pleasure or pain? Oh, sorry. That was... Okay. I need to chill out. Whoa. 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 Deep breaths. We're normal. I'm... Sorry, I had to make the joke. Both. ¿Por qué no los dos? As I always say, we have them in Puerto Rico. Yeah. They're called scolopendra. You know what? I don't like big centipedes, but I do like the big, giant African millipedes. However, I will say, millipedes are not venomous. And also, they don't bite you. And also, they're an integral part of, the ecosystem that they live in. And also, I would like to emphasize, they aren't venomous. And I don't think they scream when you step on them. But you shouldn't step on millipedes because millipedes are friends. And they're not dangerous. And they're nice also, and cute. And are kind of like big roly-polies, basically. Millipedes are just basically big old giant roly-polies. Centipedes, however, are demon spawn. And I don't like that they scream, that those ones scream when you step on them. That's bad. That is like horror movie material. Don't like that. How can you like millipedes and not spiders? Because millipedes don't bite. And also they move different. Spiders move bad. Spiders move bad. I don't know how else to say it. Spiders move bad. Millipedes move good. And also millipedes, again, millipedes is not venomous. I dislike wasps. Oh man, everybody hates wasps. Those fuckers. Freaking hate wasps. Millipedes are cool. Millipedes are cool. Yeah. That escalated fast, yeah. Millipedes are homies. Yeah, centipedes though? Not good. I'm screaming like a schoolgirl when I see moss. Me too. I like spiders, but yeah, I don't like when they enter my space. Yeah. Listen, and also I'm not saying all spiders gotta die. It's just like, if they're close enough to me to touch me, they are dying. Like a spider that lives in my corner and stays there, we're cool, we're chill. I can't reach you, you can't reach me. However, if it does crawl like right above my head on the ceiling, we're done. No, you can't be there. You can't be there. We can't have that. But like, if I got a little spider pal that just hangs out in the corner, oh my god. You know what I just realized? I saw a spider. Oh my gosh. I have seen so many spiders in the last week. This was all within the last week. There's a spider on in my shower. It was like, it fell off of, I had a towel hanging over my shower, like, rod? You know, like the curtain rod? So I had a towel hanging over. It fell off of the towel. So of course I had to like burn that towel. I just kidding. I just got a new one. But like it fell off the towel and into my bathtub. And then I was like, well, now you have to die. So I had to wash it down the drain. And then the next day, there was another, maybe it was the same spider. He came back for revenge. There was one on my ceiling, so I had to spray it down from the ceiling and down the drain again. So that's like 2 spiders that I've had to spray down the drain. And then I found the one on my that like curled on my shoulder. And then I found the one in my bed. And I really just don't want to find any more spiders. I'm not happy with the spider situation right now, man. It's not good. Sounds like they love you. Okay, so I actually have so many, I've had spiders crawl on me so often, like this is a real problem, that I had to look up and see if there's like something that you eat that makes spiders like really like you. Do you spider hideout in the attic? I do probably have a spider hideout in my attic. This is true. Do the laugh. Say something funny. Queen of the Yeah. No, like, I actually was like looking it up, and apparently some people have like emit more, like, was it like CO2 or something? Or like there's like, you can like have like some sort of like I think it's like CO2 or like you can be a certain temperature or something that like makes spiders more likely to be around you. And like, I've had this is like not new for me either. I will say, I guess I've never really talked about it that much. Like, I talk about how much I get spiders because I like live near more spiders now. But like, I've always attracted lots of spiders. Passive buff? No. No. That's a debuff. This is a total debuff, man. So yeah, spiders get pretty big in Japan. I saw one with a leg span as wide as my hand. I really don't like that. Honestly, thought it was a crab. That is terrifying. I don't like that. I know you're sweet. You know what? I do tend to get just like bug bites more often. Maybe there's something about me. Maybe I got a weird diet. I don't know. Is the protein? Yeah, but I don't have flies and mosquitoes. The spiders are in my house because they lost, and apparently they like me specifically. I don't like that. Sorry, it doesn't scream, it hisses at a high pitch. That's just as bad. What do you call a pig that does karate? Pork chop. Yeah. I talked to my roommate about it, so no, that's okay. That's terrifying, and I hate that. I hate that. I took a picture with my foot next to it for reference. I don't like that. I don't like that. Our Lord and Savior John Burger King has blessed me with the lack of spider-attracting traits. Gosh, I wish I were you. Shiro the secret spider queen. This is not something I asked for. It was a gift bestowed upon me, and really, it's kind of unwanted, and I'd love to pass it off to somebody else. I'm not gonna lie. Thanks for the 2 red. Thank you. Pork chop. Hey, I already guessed it. I also feel like I tried bugs more, but I never found a way to prove it. No. Okay, this is crazy because I can prove it. So when I was in college, I lived with roommates, and my roommate at the time, we moved into this place, and there were bed bugs, okay? And, my roommate had moved in first. She was, like, there before I was, and she had never gotten bit. But there was bed bugs, okay? There was. And I moved in, and immediately, I was like, there are bugs in this house. There are bugs in this house, and I have bug bites all over me. What is happening? And then we had to call the apartment complex, and the apartment complex was like, oh my god, we're so sorry. And then they had to heat treat the entire house, and like all of our rooms and stuff. And I was the only one, like, they got bug bites. And also, I tend to get mosquito bites even when people don't get mosquito bites around me. Yeah. So you're not Spider Girl? Wait. Nah, nothing. Bed bug bites are the worst, yeah. So, like, yeah. I can prove it. That's how you prove it. If other people are not getting bit around you, but you're getting bit, now you know. And that's verifiable proof from me. And also, just the amount of times spiders have been on me. Also, I found bees on me a lot. Like wasps. I have been stung, like, too many times. Like, before I like got into high school, I was stung like 5 times, which I feel like that's like kind of a lot. I don't know. Is the apartment building made by a lot of lights attracting insects? Well, no, that's a good question. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll make sure to keep my like lights off. I think. Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm just tasty. Bed bugs are saying spawn. Yeah, it was really... that apartment complex, again, cheap. Not good. See, it's so sweet when bugs want to taste. I guess. I've never been stung before. I might have jinxed myself. No. You're probably fine. I've been stung a lot of times. I haven't been stung recently. Well, now I feel like I am jinxing myself when I say something like that. But, like, I haven't been stung since I was a kid. But yeah, I've gotten stung several times by bees, and like, I don't know, it's weird. I've got one time, I remember, oh, you know what, but okay, so I haven't been stung recently, but I did have this problem where bees were following me around a lot, and then I found out it's because the sunscreen I was wearing smelled like bananas, and a lot of sunscreens will smell like bananas, if you didn't know. Sunscreen often smells like bananas, and apparently wasps love the smell of bananas. So if you have something that's like a sweet, like tropical banana coconut scent, and you're being followed by wasps a lot out in the wild, it's because they like the smell of bananas. Yep, or deodorant. So actually, after I switched my sunscreen, I was not attacked or like buzzed around by as many bees, wasps specifically. Yeah, you have a strong aura. I have a freaking, like, insect-attracting aura. That doesn't explain the spiders. I still don't get it. I still don't understand the spiders, but I don't know. Put some banana around some gasoline. That, honestly, yeah. They also smell like meat. Maybe I smell... Do you think I just smell like fresh meat? That sounds really scary. That sounds like a terrifying scent to have. One time, actually... Okay, this is really weird. Do you ever, like, meet some well, when I was working like service at McDonald's, something that happened to me one night, because I used to work overnights, is I was working the drive-thru and like it was like a skeleton crew overnights, right? So I was the manager and I was also like the drive-thru person. And this couple came through in like a weird like Cadillac. Okay, so they came through in like this Cadillac and they smelled like, you usually can't smell people through the drive-thru window. Like, not really, right? Unless somebody's wearing a very strong perfume or they're really stinky. But like, I will never forget this because it made me feel like the way they had bad vibes. Like, I felt extremely anxious. And a smell came through the drive-thru window from them. They smelled like raw meat. Like, they smelled like raw meat. It was really, really, really weird. And it scared me so bad that I like had to shut the window in between like taking their order and passing it to them and their drinks and stuff. And I like hurried them. I got their order to them so fast. That's probably one of the scariest, like weird. It wasn't like super scary. Like, I mean, it was really scary. And like remembering it, it's still kind of scary. Like, they freaked me out. But like, honestly, that's gotta be one of the weirdest things that ever happened to me at McDonald's. When I worked there, was the people who smelled like raw meat through the window. They might have been. It was really creepy. It was super creepy. I hate wasps. When hunting, going next to watering holes to look for tracks inside, I stepped in a hole and was attacked by like a billion. Oh, that sounds terrifying. Either vampires or local butcher family. It was like a lady and her husband. Sometimes you feel the ominous aura. Aliens. 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 Yeah, aliens. Yeah, no, they were scary to me. Like, they were super scary. But it was mostly the smell and, like, the vibes were bad. And it was late, like 1 a.m. Also, they freaked me out. I don't know. Aliens. Anyway, sorry. Base. Aliens. Okay, I've got it. I gotta stop. I just love it. Anyway, yeah, super scary. Okay, so did I talk about this on stream? I think I talked about this on stream. That was when I worked at this McDonald's as a manager, and I was like, I was so young. I was like 19. I know I must have been 18 because it was right out of high school. So I was 18 years old. I had been promoted to manager, and I was the shift manager for the overnights. Why did they put an 18-year-old in charge of overnight management? That's crazy. And the area that I worked in, I've always like told people like, yeah, it was kind of sketchy, like a little bit, but I didn't realize how sketchy it was until I explained to my friend recently. She was like, oh yeah, like, have you ever gotten in a fight with somebody? I was like, no, but I did have somebody try to assault me once while I worked at McDonald's. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, but lucky that our security guard was there. And she was like, your McDonald's had a security guard? What do you mean? And so I didn't realize that it's not normal for security guards to hang out at McDonald's overnight and check in. Like, he wasn't there all the time. But like, he was there. He like checked in occasionally, and I was just like, yeah, I was really lucky he was on his rounds to like check in and make sure everything was good, because otherwise I probably would have gotten like actually beat up by this guy. He was tweaking, and he got angry at me for not giving him a cookie. And he was like, I ordered a cookie, but he had ordered an ice cream cone, and then he ate the ice cream cone, and then he came back and he was like, I didn't order an ice cream cone, I ordered a cookie. And he was like just really drugged up. But anyway, yeah. They have them here in the city and towns at night. Yeah, right? Apparently, they don't have that at all of them. Oh, this wasn't in Seattle. But also, yeah, Seattle does have bad sides in the town. Yeah. More places should have security. Yeah, I was very lucky that I was just lucky the security guard was there at the right moment. Like, super lucky. Like, crazy lucky. Because if he hadn't been there, I probably would have gotten, like, I don't know what would have happened, but it would have been bad. Yeah. So, bring him here. I'll put the Donalds on their MC if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I do think more places should have security overnight in, like, sketch parts, but Miss Gatita Brave. I don't know about Brave, but I definitely was, like, I don't know, I was tired. I was working, going to college, living with my roommate. That was during the bed bug incident. Like, not during, but that was, like, in the same apartment. I was living there. Yeah. I was gonna ask the McDonald's at the corner in Seattle. There is that one McDonald's that I don't think they're open anymore at night, but I know the one you're talking about, like downtown Seattle, and there's like always a lot of like sketchy people around it. one time when I went to SoccerCon, I was gonna take the train back to my house, and then I was really hungry because I didn't eat all day because I was having so much fun at the con. And so I was like, oh, it's like midnight, but I'm sure that the McDonald's is still open, because like, what McDonald's isn't open at midnight in downtown Seattle? Well, guess what? The McDonald's in downtown Seattle is not open until midnight. And so I walked all by my lonesome. Now, this was not very wise, and I would not do it again. I walked all by my lonesome to that McDonald's. Found out it was closed and had to walk all the way back to the train station. And that was probably the most like, ooh, this was a bad idea. Because by the time I realized they were closed, I'd walked all the way there. And that's like a long ways away from the convention center. And like, as I was walking back, there weren't people on the streets anymore. It was like just me and every sketchy person that exists. So, yeah, I don't know why. Anyway, don't do that. Yeah. Yo, SoccerCon is so fun. Yeah. SoccerCon. Sakura. Yeah. Was it the same apartment where the Steeler Cup was stole? It was, but it was my blanket, not my sweater, but also yes. Yes. Good thing you're okay, yeah. I don't know what I was doing. Why didn't you just ask what it was, Philadelphia? That was a long time ago. Although maybe I'll like call up the cat husbands for next time I'm at a convention and I need to walk somebody somewhere. You know, actually, I did get into the general like gaming VC one time while I got lost. I like went on a walk, like a really long walk, got lost. Cause I'm still like I'm not a Seattle native. I come from the other side of the state. So like I went on this long walk, got totally lost, and my phone was like, I was worried it might die, and so I was like on the phone in Discord with everybody, with like 4 other people. I don't remember who was around that day, but like I was on the phone because I was like, guys, I'm out on my own and I don't want to be alone, and I know how to get home, but also I'm like a little bit lost, and I have like I accidentally walked 5 miles away, and like now I have to spend 5 miles on my own and it might get dark. So yeah. I'll kick ass for Shiro. I made a 2 gum and kick ass and I'm all out of gum. Yeah. So, honestly, having the Discord is sometimes nice because I can be like, oops, I got myself into some trouble. Well, if I get kidnapped and human trafficked, somebody will know. Which is good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a mad long one. I know, it really was. I didn't expect... Well, I didn't really get lost. I just didn't expect... Like, you know, you go on a walk and you're like, I'll just take a turn here. Like, I'm sure there'll be a connecting road back to where I need to go, but there wasn't. So it took me on, like, a 5-mile loop. And so now I'm cycling around Seattle, which is super fun. And it's way better because now if I cycle somewhere and I get a little bit lost, or I'm like, oh, this road doesn't connect the way that I thought it would, it's fine because nobody can catch up to me on my road bike because I'm going like 15 miles an hour. I mean, like, I guess if you're like a really fast runner, you could, but like, unless you're on like a car, like I'm not liable to get, I don't know, in trouble. So it's okay. I know, I really should have. That's the thing, is that I committed. I was like, I'll just go on this road because I'm sure it'll connect me back. And I like committed, and I committed a little too much. And then I was like, I have to go on a loop now and like find the next nearest road. But that was like a really long ways away. And I didn't realize until it was far too late to go back, because then it would have been longer to go back according to Google Maps. It was like, sometimes we make bad decisions. No, I use Google Maps, sorry. It's just like, not always. Okay, no, I don't always. But like, I was like, okay, I'm on this trail, and then I'll take a left, and I'm on the street. And I was like, this is a nice street. I've never been here before. And then I was like, I don't know exactly how this connects back to where I need to go. And then by the time I realized I was kind of far out, I was like, this was not good. Yeah. You're making that internal brain map. I do like to not rely on Google Maps that much. Like, I'd like to memorize the streets if I can. I don't know. Yeah, right. I like wandering and navigating without maps too. And most of the time, I'm okay. Most of the time, I know the like major streets that I need to go on, and like everywhere in my neighborhood, I know pretty well. But like every so often, I'll go a little too far, and I'll be somewhere I haven't been before, and I'll be like, I can probably instinct my way out of this situation, and then I cannot, because guess what? That's not how that works. But like, I don't know, there's something that fills me with the supreme, like, video game confidence. You know what I mean? When you're, like, in a video game and you're like, I'm sure I can make it out of this if I just, like, I don't know, wander around for a little bit. But then real life is probably a little more dangerous to do that, because you could actually get in trouble. You know what I mean? Anyway. CK, thank you for this resub. You subscribed for 21 months. Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for the sub over on Twitch. Thank you for 21 months. You've probably been my longest subscriber ever. You have known me since the very beginning. Thank you, Shige. Thank you, thank you. She's literally a Roomba, saving the map in her brain. I'm a Roomba. I would just start sprinting, but normally I'd probably just faceplant if I did. Honestly, same. Honestly, same. I know you before that too. You've known me so long. I actually enjoy getting lost. It's sort of like modern survival situation and feels good when you make it home. Yeah. I also I like long walks too. I've been trying to do, when I go out on cycling trips now, I'm trying to do it like every day or every other day if it's not super hot. I'm trying to see if I can go further in an hour every time. So right now I think the farthest I've gone in an hour is 12 miles. I'd really like to break that and I'd like to get up to like 16 miles in an hour. It would be really good. So I've been trying to really push myself. I really like it. Yeah. Yeah, it's scary sometimes. I know. I don't really do much like in the way of collabs anymore because I just don't have time. So I've been prioritizing for the past quite a while actually. I've been mainly prioritizing like, I just only do solo content. I know. She likes long walks in the streets and margaritas under the street lamplight. Yeah. Long walks on the beach? Nah. Long walks on the streets? Yeah, that sounds really bad. I don't know if I don't know if I should agree, but like honestly, I do love long city walks. Are you good at keeping track of north? No. I could not tell you which way is north ever. I could never tell you which way is north. I'm so sorry. Yeah, long walks to McDonald's. I could take a walk to McDonald's actually. It's not that far. You know where I went recently? I went to a cafe. Which was my very first cycling trip, the one I got that bad sunburn on that I told you guys about. Or like, it wasn't that bad, but it was like kind of bad. It was like a 12-mile bike ride, which really isn't so bad. My pace was pretty slow. That was my first one. Can you believe that? I think it took me like 3 hours. I did stop for like a full like 45 minutes at the cafe though. So like maybe it took me like 2.5 hours. And I was going pretty slow. Like I wasn't pushing myself. But I think I took that 12-mile bike ride in like 2 hours of cycling slowly. And I did go up several really big hills though, I will say that. But now I can go 12 miles in an hour. Which maybe I could have before, but like I like to compare. That's a nice comparison. Like it took me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to do 12 miles going like kind of like medium pace. But now if I go and I'm going at like a pretty good pace, but not like, I don't feel like I'm really pushing myself and I can go 12 miles an hour. I feel like if I really push myself, I could hit 16 an hour. Like if I really try. So maybe that'll be next. But recently I've been instead of upping the speed, I've been really upping the resistance on my bike. Yeah. Yeah, 12 mile per hour cat, yeah. While I'm dying on the side of the trail. No. Cycling doesn't take that much out of you, though. Don't worry. Cycling doesn't take too much out of you. Thank you for the sub, Shiro. Thank you. Please enjoy your new animated emotes and your ad-free viewing. I can only tell when I can see the sky. Compass app is amazing. I wonder if my phone works like that. Treasure train? I don't know what a treasure train is. Yeah. But yeah. I feel like if I really push myself, I could hit 16 miles an hour. That'd be cool. But yeah, I've been really upping the resistance on my bike. So now when I first started biking back in November, I could only cycle at gear 4. And honestly, going up hills, I like was really struggling, and there was a couple hills I had to walk up. I have not had to walk up a hill in the past like 4 months. First of all, don't have to get off my bike almost ever. Never. I don't have to get off my bike anymore. And also, I now generally ride on gear 5, 6, and 7, and most of the time it's like 5 and 6, most of the time it's 6. And I go down to 5 if I'm like going a little on an incline, and I go up to 7 to 9 going down anytime. So Those quads must be, yeah, get my quads jacked, man. It's kind of subs left at level 5. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know a lot about Twitch, like, thingy. Please make sure you stop at stop signs. Oh, always. Yeah, I'm very good about. Well, also I ride on bike trails when I can, which is most of the time because I live around some good ones. And I always obey traffic laws since I do road cycling when there are not sidewalks or trails. But like because I live, see, how do I feel like or at least where like my neighborhood is, there's not like a ton of foot traffic really, so it's okay for me to use the sidewalks, even though that's technically illegal. I don't really mind, and the sidewalks are pretty smooth, so it's okay. Yeah. Hype train with extra discount. That's so interesting. It's a new feature. That is fascinating. But yeah, I'm always really careful about stop signs, and also my bike is outfitted really well. You know what I forgot to do? Oh my gosh, I forgot. I need to take my bike into the shop because my bike, I think, has a slow leak in the tire. I totally forgot. Oh man. Ah, frick. I'm gonna have to do that on Monday, I think. I have a lot of work cut out for me. I need to do that. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. No, I can't do it on Monday because I stream on Monday. Well, I'll just live with it for now. I'm just gonna live with it for now. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Obi. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome in new subscribers. Please enjoy your new ad-free viewing. Please enjoy your new animated emotes. And also make sure to grab your government-mandated lighter and make sure to arson responsibly, as always. Yeah, I got on my car once to see how parents were running a sign with their children, those trailer basket things for children. Oh my gosh, that's scary. That would be terrifying, yeah, especially if you have kiddos. Or even if you just have your dog in it. Like, you don't want your dog to get hit, man. Yeah. I believe most, if not all, phones have the compass app as well as the measuring app if you need to tell something is flat. Really? I'm having PTSD from those 2 numbers. Oh, 6-7. 6-7. Thank you for the reminder to hydrate. I will hydrate, and also, I will have to say goodbye because it is the end of stream. And I am gonna go... Maybe I'll skip Popeyes. I really shouldn't spend any money on fast food. It's not even good for me. So maybe I'll try tuna sandal. Cause like somebody said who said it in chat? Somebody said canned tuna. It sounds really good right now, honestly. How time flies. Yep. It's been 3 hours and I gotta go. 5 more minutes. Ah, you're so cute. Get Popeyes, do it. No Popeyes. No Popeyes. I'm gonna be a good cat girl and I'm going to make myself something healthy. My stomach is physically growling right now, though. Yeah, saving Popeyes for your vacation. That's true. Well, no. You know what I should do? I'm gonna save my money, though, for my vacation. Because if I'm going to the coast, maybe I could find a little diner that does, like, fish and chips. Like, real good fish and chips. I haven't had fish and chips in so long. Because I don't eat fish, really, unless I'm on the coast. So, I mean, it's been, like, 8 years, so... Best to avoid fast food. The diarrhea virus. Oh, true. Did I tell you guys I immediately ate a McChicken? Like, right? And I didn't even think about it. But, like, I found out about the virus. You guys are... Wait, now, hold on. You're trying to distract me. This is just like when the teacher gets on one, and then they stay for longer. You're doing that right now. I see what you're doing. Stop it. Christopher, thank you for the 10. Unbelievably how quickly time passes during these chats. I know, can you believe it's been 3 hours of me yapping at you? I could probably go for another 2, but I'll save that for tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for the 10. Thank you for the supers. Thank you for all the support today, everyone. I really appreciate it. Prove it! Alright. Okay, I see what you're trying to do. You can't give me like that. Alright, everyone. If I could get the raid message, mods, please grab that raid message. I'll try to raid you into somebody cute and funny if I can on both YouTube and Twitch. So grab your raid message. Mods, if you'd like to plug yourselves, please do so. If you'd like to tip the mods, they do a good job of keeping us safe throughout the stream. Otherwise, I'm going to see you tomorrow for, nature walk. I'm taking you guys on a nature walk tomorrow, okay? I hope you like it, by the way. It's going to be fun. And, I love you. Take very good care, okay? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Okay? Okay. Alright, it's a date. Don't forget, or else I might have to kill you. I mean, what?